You're good. Actually, can they hear me? Wait, I thought I think they could still hear me. Just kidding. Okay, I'll go on mute. Okay, the ad break's almost over, but to answer your question real quick, I saw your, I could see your tweet. And everyone can hear me, but they can't hear you yet. At least I think. And the ad break's almost gonna start. Or sorry, stop. I think, I heard a Binka went live. Yeah. Okay, I think the ad break is done. And I see your tweet. I see... Wait, is my tweet... Oh, my tweet is scheduled for 6:07, so... It'll go out. But... You ready to start, Milky? Oh, yeah. Take your time. In the meantime, hello everyone. Get your stickers. Hello, who do we have so far? We got Weatherman. We got Bardewolf, we got Arsenic, we got Viteheit. Hello. Nice. Oh yeah, take your time. We got beeplebees in the chat, nice. Everyone getting their stickers. I didn't even decide on music to play. Let's do... I'll just go in Vaporwave today. Beeplebees, you got to run. Yeah. Hello, Jinanois. Thanks for joining in. We need someone named Cyanide. Oh yeah, Arsenic and Cyanide. 10 more streams till funny number. Yeah, exactly. Just 10 more streams. And Milky, you got yours as well. Wait, let me lower the volume on the Spotify. Hello, Gina Noise. Hello, welcome. Regulus, hello. Get your sticker. Yeah. Oh, I see your you pinged everybody. Is it okay if we go to the main room now? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh my god, there's like double of us on the screen.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hehe. We got Gojikins, we got Ghosty. Everyone's getting their stickers. They're still filing in.
Nice one.
Yeah, let me see if I can put my music elsewhere. It's not too intrusive. Maybe just here, actually. This is getting out of hand now. There's 2 of them. Oh my god.
Twice.
Double dose.
Twice. Yeah, double dose.
They're throwing things at us. The weatherman's throwing things at us.
How could you?
I know, throwing things at both. Oh, I'm getting rotated. That
You can't rotate me.
Yeah, you can't rotate Milky. Nice try.
Weatherman says he was aiming for the demon.
The demon.
Well, I mean, I am.
The horns are just for decoration, but they're also not for decoration. Get rotated, huh? Alright, I think we got we already have a lot of people in here. Shall we do some introductions, Milky? Yeah. Well, hello everyone. Hello, I'm Babinka Bear, your local sun bear and art history teacher. And today I'm joined by the lovely and very, very seiso Milky. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, it's me, Milky, and I studied art history in college, but I didn't use it in university. And I just continued as a hobby because I really like art.
Yeah. No, same here. That's what we're gonna be talking about. Hello, May. Oh, I need to put my chat command because I want people to know. Let's see. There we go. Let me pin who we're collabing with, and a little bit of a not a warning, but just know that we might not catch every chat message, but we'll try our best. But yeah, so today we're talking about religious art. That's why we're in these outfits. Cause I'm not the real Santo Nino, and Milky, you're not a real nun demon, right? Right?
Yeah. Only one of those things are correct.
Only one of those things. That's right. I am the Santo Nino, actually. No, we're fine. What if we build our messages out of sand? They can't be caught. Oh no. The chats, they're on to us. Can't wait to watch the VODs with my parents. The pastor meta goes crazy.
Here's a trick.
Ow.
Actually, you can make holy water at home. You just have to bless.
We both
just have to bless the water, right?
Exactly. Do you need to be a priest to bless it though, or can you just bless it like you could give it the milky bless, right?
You actually here's the thing. You can get, for example, you can get like let's say 200 milliliters of holy water, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can mix it with 400 milliliters with another 200 milliliters of water, and it'll become holy water, and then do that exponentially, and you now can get a truckload of holy water.
A whole truckload. You could even swim in it. You could bless everyone in the community.
Yeah, you can eat a burger with holy water. You can bless your Sprite.
You can
turn it into holy water.
You can bless the Baja Blast and like the gamer subs for holy gamer subs.
Have a little bit of holy LaCroix.
Oh no, the LaCroix. I'm not a LaCroix person. Are you a LaCroix person, Milky?
I've never drunk it, but I see it that Americans drink.
Oh, I I don't like it. Well, the thing is, it's not sugary enough. It doesn't have enough sugar. So maybe that's why I don't like it.
Oh,
They threw a bike at us. They-
oh,
the entire bike blessing the school water fountain. Yeah, exactly. See, we're gonna be teaching a lot of things about like religion today, but it's gonna be very uncontroversial. Hopefully, maybe, right?
yes, it's not gonna be too serious. You guys know me.
Yeah, because we're both. So here's how it's gonna work for chatting everybody. Where Milky and I, we both really like religious art, and this was like a nice topic for us to talk about, especially because we already had outfits prepared, right? Um, but we both like it. That's what this slide's gonna be about. Is like what's our credentials, Milky? What kind of credentials? Why should they listen to us, a humble bear and nun, talk about religious art?
I First of all, I did graduate with a degree in art studies from
Mm.
university, and I also focused a little bit on religious imagery. My specialty
Ooh.
was like symbolisms and
Ooh.
imagery. It's almost like witchcraft, but not really.
That's gonna be fun to talk about actually, cause yeah, like symbolisms, like I didn't include it in the slides, but I can paste it in. But there was like a painting of like the Virgin with like an egg hanging over her, and it's like, why is there an egg? You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So there's you have your backing academically. The thing is, I do as well, not as much though, because my major was art history, but I did minor in religious studies. But that minor was very much in like all religions, so I studied like a lot of different like belief systems here and there. But I wanted to focus on Christianity because I also think religious art looks very cool. The thing is though, I didn't
Yes.
really grow up like super religious. My parents, even though they're both Filipino, you know, they weren't super religious. They didn't like raise me and my siblings to be religious. So a lot of what I learned is just from like other classes or secondhand or like, you know, Tumblr talking about a famous painting of Lucifer looking hot, you know? So I think this is gonna be an interesting conversation of like, you know, what we both see in the artwork, right?
Oh yeah, I was raised a religious, and came from a two religion family too. So
Ooh.
it's what sparked my interest in learning about religion, because how can two religions exist? As a child,
Mm.
you're like there's not just the one, there's like two. So let's study everything, see what
Ah.
works, and then I became jaded and a demon. Knowledge is a curse.
Yeah, it's understandable. It's understandable. Gojikin said that the egg in that painting I was talking about, it represents breakfast. Yeah, right? Like the breakfast of God, the breakfast of champions.
It's a holy egg.
It's a holy egg. Yeah, exactly. I'll see if I can actually find the painting, but yeah. So, if are you comfortable with saying what true two religions you grew up with, or would
Uh,
you?
Roman Catholic and Islam.
Oh, very nice. Oh, that's gonna be such an interesting dynamic, right? Because I think all of the art that we included here is more Christian, but if we want to talk about, you know, like Islamic art, that one's very different. Like I'm not even experienced with Islamic art because it's not some of it is not very like figurative, right? It's like design and like calligraphy, I
Oh
think.
yes, because should I start explaining
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Is this
yeah.
the
Feel free.
start? Okay,
Yeah.
because in Islam they look down on human forms because it's a form of idolatry. This is why
Mm.
unlike Christians, they don't have like the figurines of Mary and Jesus and the other saints,
Mhm.
right? So all of their traditional designs are calligraphy. So if you look at all of the posters, it's like psalms drawn very
Mm.
beautifully,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So even when I was younger, I was told to just focus on landscapes by my dad.
Yeah.
So
And even
guess what happened?
mhm. And even so, there's stuff like the architecture is really nice, right? The Islamic
Yeah.
architecture is gorgeous.
Yeah, they focus on like another form of beauty, not
Mm-hmm.
focusing on human beauty.
Yeah. Beeplebee says there's that one Lucifer statue that the church thought was too hot, so they commissioned the sculptor's brother, and he made an even hotter version of Lucifer. Sounds about right? Because he's all about temptation. He's all about the
Yeah, it is.
temptation. Your teacher outfit looks so pretty. Thank you, Yuki. Are you referring to both of us? I think both of our outfits are quite well lit, as the kids say. Do we want to jumpstart into the first image that we have and just kind of go off of there?
Yeah, sure. Let's start,
Yeah,
everyone.
let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
Stand
So,
up for your daily prayer.
stand up,
Just
everyone.
joking.
we're not doing the Pledge of Allegiance. We're doing our daily prayer. I hope you guys learned how to pray. Our Father who art in. I'm trying to think of like the dumb version that I learned where it was like rub a dub dub. Thanks for the grub. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, we got two teachers today. We do. So here's our first image. I just picked it because when I think of like really pretty religious art, I think of this sculpture. But to be honest, I don't actually know that much about the story or the artist. It's just one of those like it's just so pretty, right? Have you seen this one before?
Yes, it's one of the more popular sculptures because
Mm.
non-religious people think it's romantic for some reason.
Oh, I don't know. I would call it romantic, but I could definitely see like why people would think that. But the title, right, is the ecstasy. The ecstasy. She's ecstatic. Of Saint Teresa. I don't really know the. Do you know the story of Saint Teresa? I could research it, but do you know it off of the top of your head? I don't. So
No, I think I forgot.
not to put you on the spot, it was more of like I actually didn't research the story, so
Yeah, I literally woke up, guys. I was like, oh shit,
yeah.
I'm late. Let me have the coffee working into my brain
Yeah,
first.
no worries, no worries. We can also just go off of the visuals too, because like people, you said that like people sometimes think that this is like romantic, right? Actually, we could zoom in. We could zoom in a little bit. It looks like romantic, but her face, I don't know. To me, it looks a little more than romantic. Like I would even say maybe even orgasmic,
Mhm.
because she's getting touched by an angel, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of interpretations on what happens when an angel, appears before you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because isn't there like there's that whole thing about like angels, they in the Bible they're never really described as looking like people. They look like these kind of scary, you know, quadruple headed things with many wings and many eyes and many yeah, be not afraid, as Gojikin says. Is that
Yeah.
something that like is regularly taught when you grow up Catholic, or is it just like not really?
It's mentioned in like some sermons, but not really. It's like, okay, this is an angel with the fluffy wings, and then they leave
Mm.
that. I guess
Mm-hmm.
you really have to study for yourself. But they do make us read the Bible. I've read the
Mm.
Bible a couple times,
Oh
which
man.
thinking about it, why did I do that? But it was very interesting when I was a child.
Yeah, I'd argue that it is. I read it for a class actually. It was a class called like the Bible as English Literature, and my professor was really cool, very open minded, and he welcomed everyone, and he himself was like he was Christian, but he was also openly gay. So he was like balancing those two identities, but he gave us some like pretty interesting like ways that we could interpret the Bible, which I think to someone who's really devout that might be like, oh, that's heresy, but I don't know. I feel like it's okay to like have certain interpretations, right? Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it depends on the interpretation. In the older interpretation, it's like, okay, if you were homosexual, let's say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like going with the with your passions for the same gender, you
Mm-hmm.
just offer your energy to the Lord. That's why there's a lot
Mm.
of like priests and nuns, right?
Uh-huh.
They're like, oh, I can't be. I can't be, hooking up with other girls, so I'll just
Ah.
expend this energy serving the Lord.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, people think of it as in the olden times, not now, but in the
Mm-hmm.
olden times, it's more of like uh, a challenge given by God, right?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
I'm challenging you. I'm
Yeah.
making you gay. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh, I see. That's an interesting interpretation.
Yeah.
I've seen different different parts. I don't know. I like different interpretations in terms of like let's use the whole interpretation of being like gay or LGBTQ, right? Like I've seen people say that like oh, it's still a sin to be LGBTQ, but at the same time like you have to still love each other. Especially like I've seen it with like Filipino parents towards their kids. It's like, yeah, it's a sin, but that's my child. I'm not going to abandon them, you know. Meanwhile, I've also
Hmm.
seen the interpretation that I prefer is like it's not necessarily a sin. It's just one way to interpret like a certain verse in the Bible. But you know, it's different strokes. And like what Weatherman said in the chat, it's a book written by human beings, interpreted by humans. Be good to people. You know.
Yeah. And actually, you can't even trust the Bible because it's been
Mm.
heavily edited. But I
Yes.
did hear that they're gonna publish, or someone already published a Bible that's like closest to the uh,
Ooh.
yeah, the closest to the original Bible.
Yeah.
So we have to look. I have to read that someday.
Yeah. I've heard of that too. I just saw a video that was like it's not even just the translation. Sometimes like they're translating faithfully off of like whatever scrolls they're translating off, but there's different versions of the scrolls. So it
Hmm.
there's really yeah, like the dependability of the Bible. Weatherman says the Bible too. It's finally coming out.
I heard bits and pieces of it. Like I think the most prominent one that's been being said about the Bible too, according to Weatherman, um, is the translation regarding Eve and Adam. So
Oh.
in the older Bible, it's like, oh, Eve is given as a provider, or like
Mhm.
a server for Adam, but in the latest translation, it's more of like a savior. So she was
Oh.
given by God to save Adam because he was like, he doesn't really do anything. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's an interesting one because that was like one of the first things that in that class that I took there was a how do I type this up? There was like a phrase that our professor gave us to like interpret and it was something like man without women is lost or something like that, but it depends on like where you put the commas. Is it like man without women, comma is lost, like a man without a woman, or is it man? Wait, I messed it up already. I messed it up. But
It's okay.
yeah. But it was basically like depending on where you put the commas in a sentence, it could be interpreted differently. Oh, you know what? An easier one is let's eat comma grandma versus let's eat grandma. You know,
Yeah.
so if you're,
Actually,
Mhm.
oh, sorry.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
No, it's okay. Go.
Oh,
I already lost my
actually, if
thought.
you think about it with the new translation, right?
Mhm.
Imagine your savior is the one that fucks up your life because it's okay, your savior is like giving you the apple of intelligence or
Yeah.
whatever.
She's
Well, you
saving
can
you.
also yeah, you can interpret it as that. She's saving you
She's saving you from
from
a
uh,
boring ass life in the Garden
from
of Eden.
blind belief,
There you
right?
go.
From blind
Yeah.
belief.
I heard that too. That like the whole test of like, oh, you shouldn't eat the apple from the Garden of Eden, or you shouldn't eat the fruit, was not necessarily like a straightforward command, but it was like a test, right? But it was also teaching humanity that like, you know, not having blind belief. It's another
Mm.
interpretation. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was also like, glancing at the story while we were chatting, and it seems like Saint Teresa she was like a nun. Wait, let me see this. Yeah, she's a nun and a mystic, and here I
She
think
had a
she's
vision, right?
mm-hmm.
Mm.
And the part that I kind of cut out here is there's like sun rays right that are shining down, and then there's the angel with the arrow. I think she gets like pierced by the arrow. I'm looking it up.
Oh.
But you said that this one is
She had
pretty well. Oh yeah, go ahead.
she had a vision about a bird, right?
Mm.
If I remember, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And it fucking shot an arrow at her chest.
Oh. You know what? The Wikipedia article has a passage. Let's see. It's a spear. She got stabbed by a spear. She
Oh
encountered
shit!
a
It was Grandpa all
It was
along.
grandpa. It was grandpa all along. Let me see. Hello, HD. Hello, hello. So the passage says, I saw in his hand a long spear of gold, and the iron's point seemed to be a little fire. That's what it says. He appeared to me thrusting it at times into my heart and pierced to my very entrails. This is kind of sexual. When he drew it out, he seemed to draw them out also and leave me all on fire with the great love of God. The pain was so great that it made me moan, yet so surpassing was the sweetness of this excessive pain that I could not wish to be rid of it. My soul is satisfied with nothing less than God. My pain is not bodily but spiritual, though the body has its share of it. It is so caressing of love, so sweet, which now takes place between the soul and God, that I may pray God of his goodness to make him experience it who may think that I am lying. So, this is a very, I don't know, like the way that this is written is kind of sussy. Like just a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, the ecstasy of like receiving holy energies is kind of like,
It's kind of like the face she's making, right?
yeah.
Let me see if I can get a better quality picture because it says stuff like, she's being pierced. I think for me, it's the part where it says like all the way to her entrails. Like, wow, she really needed to include that bit of like information, right? There's the angel. There we go. There's the face. And it's actually, I think what's most impressive about this is that this is carved out of stone.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, to be fair, those artists that we see now, they started their art journey at like 9 or something. They get
true.
sent off. Yeah, they get sent off to train at like 9. If you can walk, you can learn.
Oh,
So they become like,
Jesus.
and they learn in the masters. Like imagine being, I don't know, 7 or 8,
Uh-huh.
and your parents send you off to learn under Bill
Oh
Gates
my,
or
oh my
something like that. Imagine
gosh.
it's kind of like that. So they send you off to learn for a master. So you don't really like have to learn languages or any other thing. You just really focus. Basically, your life is
Mm-hmm.
just sculpting. So that's how we get all of these great artworks.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I believe that patrons should come back.
Yeah. No, I
Usually,
agree.
they don't like pay per piece. They pay for your whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
even for years. Like some patrons at that time would pay for artists like almost 10, 15 years just to get one artwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they paid for like their room, their board, their like eating, their like everything.
Materials, everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's like, because I've seen those tweets that are like, "Oh, what happened to our society where we don't have art like this anymore?" And it's like, well, there's no one supporting these artists anymore. Back then, you could like live off of a patron, and now it's like,
Man, yeah. Imagine someone supporting me just to make all of the Vesper porn I could make.
yeah, exactly. Like instead of just commissioning you just to make the artwork, we would have to all the milkers, like we would have to commission you for your room and your board and to take care of your lovely cats and your all the materials and all of the, I think, you know what? Milkers, I think we should do it. I think we should do it so she can
No,
make as
I
much porn as possible.
even the milkers are gonna be starving. We are all starving in this economy.
It's true. Unfortunately, it's true. Like we can't be patronizing when we can't even patronize ourselves. Going back in time to
Yeah.
steal this guy's sculpting. Mm-hmm.
If patronizing is alive and well, I think people would like patron Randon or something. They're gonna pay for everything for his camping trips. For
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you think
Exactly.
about it, being a streamer, being a whale for a streamer is sort of like being a patron, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. But Elon Musk will starve. Oh man, weatherman. You're right on the money. No pun intended.
What a friendly classroom. Okay,
Yeah.
beeplebees, why don't you stand up and I will whack you with my stick?
No! People be just gonna attack. Like, this is family friendly. We're learning about religion, right? We're learning about, when I say porn, what I mean is what's it called? Anatomically correct uh porn. Like, being a sugar baby for art instead of other service. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We basically are doing that already. I mean, you're right. You're right. But yeah, like that's what leads to stuff like this, right? Like, can you imagine that you, fair milkers and bibing cubs, you can get art that looks like this if you just pay the artist enough. Well, I don't know if it'd be a whole sculpture, but you too can get someone stabbed by a spear with this expression. I actually really like the sculpting too, because look at the hair. It's like hard to believe that this used to be stone. Because there's even texture on the wings too, right?
Yeah, they look so fluffy.
Mm-hmm. I heard that the strategy that I forgot who it was, like Michelangelo or Da Vinci, is that they would make a model and then they would get cloth and wet it and then drape it over their model, and then that was their reference for when they were sculpting. That's how they got these folds.
Yes. Oh my god.
But I also don't know that much about sculpting.
Yeah, me too. I focused on visual paintings.
So we can move on to the next one, which is more of a painting. I'll commission something
Yeah.
cheaper, like a carving from a large potato. Actually, that sounds yummy.
If we can
Waterboard.
find a large enough potato.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For the low price of 50K a year, you can get a little guy I drew. It's
If
true.
only. Hey, that's cheaper than a sugar baby.
You're
Come on.
right. Right.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah. And if you
And
guys,
and
mm-hmm.
and unlike a sugar baby, I put out artwork.
Exactly, exactly. I love, you guys should commission Milky, by the way. And by the way, speaking of art, I know that beeplebees is actually the parent, the all parent mother father of the Bibing Cubs. They're the ones that
Oh.
designed the mascot. So you guys should also commission beeplebees. Commission all of the artists, really. Okay, let's go on. We can go on to the next one. You okay with the? Oh, let me move
Yes.
the music. I
Sorry,
keep
I
forgetting.
wasn't very helpful with that sculpture.
No, it's okay. I think that was just kind of like a warm up of like, okay, what can we, who we spent a chunk of our life studying, like what can we say about that artwork, even though neither of us knows like much about the actual story, right? I think we said a lot about it. Hello,
Yeah, we took
Hanel.
like 30 minutes. We're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna have a fucking 4-hour stream at this point.
Oh, we could go back and forth. That's all good because this one's nice, right? Like, actually, I can zoom in.
Yeah.
And this
Oh, the
one's,
Huguenot. It's
yeah,
so good.
it has
The
a bigger title, right? I'll go get it, but you go
the
ahead.
background. Okay, the background of this painting is like the war. Basically the massacre between the Irish Protestant and the Catholics. So you see a pair of lovers, right? The
Mm-hmm.
girl is desperately trying to tie a knot, a Huguenot, on her lover's arm to inform people that he is a Catholic, I think, or am I mixing it up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's the Huguenot. She's the Catholic,
yeah.
and this
So
is
if you
in.
have the white
Mhm.
band over there, it just shows that you have chosen to become Catholic,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
you were scared. But the guy is like, no, I have my own beliefs, so he is like removing it gently.
Mm-hmm.
Even the girl is like looking at her with a pleading face, and he's like
Mm-hmm.
smiling gently at him,
It's so
at her.
tender.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
so tender. Okay, I'm gonna die for my belief. So this
Mm-hmm.
painting is really emotional. I love it. I love the expressions. I love the coloring. It's very romantic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Especially during the time, right? It
Mm-hmm.
it's it has hints of like impressionism, but also like still looking really good. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause oh, you're right. Cause this is 1852. This is like way
Yeah.
after from what I thought this was like old. I thought this was like I don't know, like after like shortly after the Renaissance, or actually when was this happening? Let's see.
Here you see a pair of lovers, a Niji Sanji fan and
I
a
know.
Hololive fan.
Ready to die for their beliefs.
They're ready to die. The girl is like, please, just fucking watch Vox. And the dude is like, no. Sadly, I really love Maury.
Oh no. Please just watch Vox, I swear. His BFE is so good. I've actually never watched Vox. I don't know if that's what he does, but I assume.
Yeah, he does BFE.
Mmm.
But yeah, I mean, if you are going to look for a good painting to symbolize like two lovers,
Mm-hmm.
star-crossed lovers, here you go. Like I know some people would prefer the Romeo and Juliet types or
Oh my
whatever,
gosh,
right?
I have beef with the. I don't know. I don't feel like
Yeah, but
Romeo and Juliet is like a good romance pleading story. I
yeah,
feel like this one is a
the
little bit more tender.
the thing with the Romeo and Juliet is they're born as whatever it is that they believe in, like born into the family, right? It's the
Mm-hmm.
family that comes to their problems.
Mm-hmm.
But in this particular painting, they can actually like leave their belief, but they
Yeah.
choose not to because their
Mm.
belief is so strong. So
Yeah.
this it makes it more tragic. Like you can see, it makes it more tragic because they can literally like change. They could be like, okay, I'm not gonna be Protestant anymore, and
Mm-hmm.
I could have a happy ending.
It's true. It's like something. It's tragic, but it's also. I think that's why it makes it so like what's the word, like just confusing to folks who are like, maybe they're atheists or they don't believe, and it's like why would they risk their lives for something that they could change. But I think that's what really highlights what religion and what God kind of means to certain people too. Like they really are fighting for their belief, and
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's almost like what do you have. That's not meant to be like an insult or anything, but like if what do you have in not you but like chat as well, like what do you have that you would fight so hard to believe in that you would die for, right? If not religion, then maybe it's something that you're passionate about, or what if it's something that you like, your family or like an idea, right? So I think that's why I also like this, is because like you could sense how much this means to them,
Mm-hmm.
but also how tragic it is.
Yeah.
And
I need a poster of this to put on my wall.
yeah. And I didn't even notice the date because I just thought like I thought this was painted the same year as like it happened, but it happened in the 1500s. This was painted in the 1800s. It's called the Saint Bartholomew. How do I say this? Saint Bartholomew's Day Massacre. So they were just killing what is this, Protestant? Oh no. So the title of this painting, everyone, is a Huguenot, but it actually has like a longer version. Let me.
A Huguenot on Saint Bartholomew's Day.
Mm-hmm. Refusing to shield himself from danger by wearing the Roman Catholic like the title just says the whole plot of the
Yeah, it's kind of like an isekai title.
reborn in
Refusing
a
to shield
world.
himself from danger by wearing the Roman Catholic
Wait, you're
badge.
so right that it's like reborn as a Huguenot on St. Bartholomew's Day, refusing to shield himself from danger by wearing the Roman Catholic
Yes.
badge.
Yes.
It's the isekai of the year, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I remember this. Hello, Beans. Hello, good evening, church. The Red
And can
Wedding.
you zoom
No
out?
way.
Can you zoom
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah,
of
I
the
can.
painting?
There we go. Wait, the Red Wedding was
There's
based off this? That's crazy.
wait, if I can remember, there's like a flower over there on the side.
Oh. Oh,
It
like
symbolizes a fate.
oh. You know what? Let me get the image from Wikimedia and Wikipedia, and we could take a closer look. See how much we can zoom in. Oh, this is how much we can zoom in. But yeah, it looks like a lily of sorts, right?
Yeah.
Because wasn't it
It's
a
not a lily, but yeah, if I remember correctly, it's a
oh.
symbol on like your strength in your belief,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So the older paintings, they have like a language of flowers, but I've
Yes.
forgotten the fucking language
No,
because
me
it's so
too.
complicated. So complicated. It literally is a language because if you for example, if you set a rose or something right for love and the
Mhm.
color changes, it's different now. And then if you put another flower next to it, the meaning changes yet again. So,
Mhm.
it's very complicated.
Yeah, it's like what if I just like randomly pick a flower? I also don't know much about like flower language, but it's like what if you just pick something cuz you thought it was pretty and then you give it to your sweetheart and they're like, "Wow, you're giving me this." You know it symbolizes that I fucking hate you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lost language. I think we should bring it back.
Mm.
It'll be so good, especially when you're doing beef on the internet. You're like, I'm gonna post some cornflowers, haha. All right.
I'm gonna post a fucking blue rose on this
Yeah,
on this
won't that be
idiot.
funny?
There's two flowers actually. There's like this white one, but there's also this gold one and a little bit of this red one. So if anyone wants to look
Yeah,
up what
I don't.
that is, I don't
Yeah, we can
know.
look up on what those are because I don't know anymore.
I also don't know, but you also mentioned the colors, which I didn't even realize. But like most of the piece, I want to say secondary colors, or it's like purple, right? There's purple, but then there's lots of gold and yellow and a little bit of like red here, but that makes it complementary. So the colors do a good job of like highlighting each other. Because look, there's like a gold here on this guy's what is this? The collar, gold necklace, and then like the gold of her outfit. So it's almost like they're opposites, but opposites attract. Kind of like the two of them as sweethearts.
Painting wise, you see like how it's what's it called? Uh, it's laid out in a way that you focus on their faces. So
Mm.
if you turn this painting black and white, the brightest part is actually the girl. The
Yeah.
the focal point is her face and
Mm-hmm.
the knot.
Yeah.
So it's a really really good painting,
Mm-hmm.
which makes you focus on their emotions instead of everything else.
It's true. It's true. Actually, if you like zoom out, her dress is very dark, and then same with like this whole bottom part is pretty dark. So yeah, if you look at
Mhm.
like the things that really stand out, a little bit of the flower here, but it's definitely more of like her face, and then yeah, the actual like knot over here, and then kind of like the weird crisscross of their arms too, because this one is like you really it's close enough to her face, this arm, that you see him pulling the knot, but you also see his other hand like holding her.
It actually forms a triangle. Look at the
Ah.
angle of his hat.
Mm-hmm.
It forms like a
Oh,
triangle
you're
with
right.
with the knot from the girl's hand.
You're right. Because there, this angle down here, and then the knot, and then kind of you have to cheat it a little, but like basically like over here it completes the triangle, and then what you see in the center is her face.
Yeah. So if you're an artist, even if you're a digital artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rule of triangles is very efficient in making your paintings look interesting and
Mm-hmm.
focused instead of like all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. And even the background, like they used a lot of green, but it's not super overpowering now that I think
Yeah,
about it.
it's desaturated. Even the
Mm-hmm.
orange of the walls,
Mm-hmm.
very desaturated. Basically the artist like, look at her face.
Yeah.
Look at her face.
Look at their freaking faces. It's very nicely done because like the emotion isn't even super intense, but it's just so highlighted that like you can tell right away. Aw, well, very cute, but also very tragic, and he has a little red on his shoe.
Yeah, we
Oh,
should draw
okay.
Casper and Randon in this.
Oh my gosh. But which one's a witch and what are
Please wear this knot that signifies you're not a wizard.
this signifies you're not a wizard. Please, Casper, wear this knot that signifies that you're not a dungeon meshy hater.
Oh my God. I should go back to painting my Oshis into like classical
Like the
paintings, like the one I drew with
Ophelia.
Magme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Ophelia one. Yeah.
Because it's a good practice actually. Because
Oh,
it
that's
forces
true.
you to learn the older techniques.
That's true.
Don't
That's true.
not Casper.
Oh, jeez. Don't do it. Don't nod him. Accidentally giving your sweetheart a black rose because they're god. I would love a black rose. And Beans was also saying that the red wedding from Game of Thrones might have been based on this, like a wedding. I actually don't. I don't know much. I don't know much
I
about
don't
that.
know much. I didn't watch Game of Thrones.
I did, but I gotta like look more into like the symbolism of it. Did you know that cats? Yeah, I did know Regulus actually, which that means Casper. Interesting.
Casper. Oh no, interesting.
That's why they yowl when they do the deed, isn't it? They're
Yeah,
always like,
and it's
"Meow."
like spiky.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yumi Anon, please be careful.
Please be careful. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, so is there anything more that we want to say or shall we proceed to the next one?
I mean, we can go.
Okay. I'm just a tail and ears. Is he really a cat? Oh, that's right. Owen's also a cat boy. Oh, I keep on having to move my my music thing, but here we go. Have you seen this one before, Milky?
Oh, I think I've seen it, but I didn't like study it.
This
Is
is
this
an interesting one. It's an
1452?
So this
I
one's
cannot remember.
It's old. I did do a little bit more research on this one when I was because first of all, I forgot the name. I forgot the name of it, so I had to Google like, super pale virgin with red and blue angels. Because actually, let me see if we can. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of explaining for this one, but feel free
Yeah,
to cut in whenever. Um, it was the Virgin and Child surrounded by angels, and it's actually from a bigger piece. But I didn't include the other half because it's just a dude. It's just a dude like praying to the Virgin Mary. But it's French and it's from all the way back in 1452, so it's pretty old. But let's go ahead and zoom in. So yeah, I think I remember studying this when I was studying like Netherlandish art or Flemish art. And I remember this one just like struck out to me, or it stuck out because like she's so pale, and like if you look in the background, she's surrounded by like these angels, but they're like vibrant red and blue. She also has the baby. There is also a boobie exposed, and also my cat is yowling. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
yeah.
but yeah, like this is part of a diptych, and which has like a second image. But what it is, it's the Virgin Mary. It's the Virgin Mary with the baby Jesus, but she's kind of shown with like a crown. She looks like she's bald, but I'll get into that too. And then there's baby Jesus, and her boob is exposed because this is a certain pose called like lactans or lactans, meaning that she was like breastfeeding. She was breastfeeding baby Jesus. But I think the interesting thing about this is, like I said, she's so pale. She's so like it almost looks unhealthy, like she's deathly. She's about to die, and that's
I think it's to show. I think isn't that like to show how regal and like otherworldly,
yeah,
godlike.
yeah. So that's definitely like one interpretation, is that like it's supposed to make her look otherworldly, especially like look at the angels, for God's sakes. Like that's not something that you're gonna see in real life, at least in that time period. I mean, yeah, you could just cover yourself in like in like red or blue paint and just put some like fake wings on yourself, but like this is meant to be something that like it's meant to be like otherworldly, like you said. So it's almost like she's beyond, human. And then Regulus said she looks bald. Yeah. So that was actually the fashion at the time for women to, one, look pregnant, and then two, look kind of bald. Well, not really bald, but it was in fashion to have a big forehead.
Forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Some women even shaved a
Mm,
bit of their hair off just to get that look.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't remember, but I think they also plucked their eyebrows. So it was to
Hmm.
give this illusion that they had a really big forehead. So there's actually, if you like look really, really closely, there is a little bit of hair but it's being covered by the crown. So for one, this is to show like the fashion at the time. But for two, let's see, I will never understand old fashion. There might be hygienic reasoning. Yeah, that's another thing, is that like it might be hygienic to just not have as much hair. It's like in Egypt. In Egypt, they often wore wigs because if you grew out your hair, you'd have lice, or you're more prone to having lice. So maybe this is similar, right? I mean, yeah. So there is a story behind this, but is there anything else that you're noticing from this artwork, Milky?
Well, the blue red angels could signify, blue is related to the Virgin Mary, right?
Oh, I forgot
So
about that.
the blue could be like, okay, symbolizing it's Mary. The red, especially during the time, 1400s, 1500s, there's like a color thing. So
Mm.
red could symbolize power. So it's like power and the Virgin Mary, and then you have like crowns for royalty.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be like, yeah, this is the Holy Mary, and she's very powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially because she's on a throne. Also, hello, Akashi. Hello. It's okay to be
Kashi.
EP. Yeah. Actually, here's the bigger image. Because the other one was zoomed in, but now you can see like the both the fashion, which I think is really cool. But then you also see baby Jesus. He's also very pale, and then she's like you said, power. She's sitting on a throne and she's wearing a crown too. So it's almost like she's
Yeah.
the queen of heaven.
Yes. And if you look at her outfit, it doesn't coincide with the usual Mary outfit, right? Yeah, if you see
Mm.
the cape with the
Yeah.
specs, isn't that like more of a royalty thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is a very heavy hand on like being Mary is a royal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Queen of Heaven. Yeah, yeah. That one I don't I want to learn more about, but there's like different versions, not versions, but different ways to depict Mary in art, right? Cuz there's like I think one of them is like Lacrimosa, like the crying virgin. There's the
Mm-hmm.
Pieta where she's like holding Jesus after he's crucified. Um and then I think this one, like I said, is called like lactus something. So it's like her breastfeeding the baby Jesus. But another thing is the anatomy. With the boobies, it's not great. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that, like, the way that the breasts are drawn here, not super accurate. It's orbs, right? Like if you look at how the like, oh, wrong thing. But yeah, it's like they kind of just put two orbs, and I think have you heard the theory that it's because like back then you couldn't have like a female model as a reference, you had to have a male model, so a lot of the artists just drew off of a male model, but then they added boobs on it to make it look like it's female.
Yeah. But I think this was modeled after a real woman.
Yeah.
I glanced at like who the model was. Uh
Yeah.
but but yeah, I mean one explanation could be they're trying not to hypersexualize because you're supposed to
True.
focus on her power and her authority instead of her body.
Mm.
And even then breastfeeding isn't a sexual thing,
Oh, true.
and breasts aren't a sexual part of a woman's body. So it's more of
Mm.
like, actually there's a thought way before that if you like breasts, are you a child? Because only children
Oh.
would want breasts, right? So a
Yeah.
boobies are not that a particular sexual thing for people back then.
That's a really
Yeah.
good point. Yeah.
So her showing her boob here is just like really focusing that she's breastfeeding Jesus Christ.
Mm. Okay. That's a really good point because I didn't even think about that. I was just kind of thinking about the whole like, oh, it's not super accurate, you know, and then but yeah, that's a good point that like it's not supposed to be sexual or that's not the focus. So
It's
I keep
actually just
Mhm.
it actually just emphasizes her authority that I'm the Virgin Mary. I'm breastfeeding. I breastfed Christ,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
So yeah, you if you read it that way, it just kind of emphasizes everything in the painting.
Mhm. Mhm. And then you said something that I wanted the big reveal basically on like what's going on with like why she looks so pale and or at least one theory. It's not proven, but you said that it's like otherworldly. I think that's
Mhm.
definitely a part of it. Another part of it is apparently this is modeled after so this is called the Melun diptych and it was a commission. It was commissioned and the person who commissioned it had a wife. Had a I think they were a king. I actually have to do my research again, but there this the model for the Virgin Mary is actually the wife who was pregnant with their child. However, I think both of them died. So this was supposed to be also a portrait of something that was like kind of impossible. It was like his wife as like the queen and then their baby as you know like as the prince, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So this kind of like the other painting that we just looked at is more of like a tragic, you know, it's almost like a dream that like that he could never see, that the commissioner wanted. He was like, I wanted to see my wife and my child, but the best thing that I can do is just depict them as if they're the Virgin Mary and baby Jesus.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. I have to look into it more.
beeplebees. Why can't I just abstract my body into basic 3D
These
shapes
shapes.
like a Roblox character?
Exactly, exactly. You gotta have the cylindrical Lego head, right? Because I saw that you also said kind of gender, kind of gender with the breasts. Yeah, I'll also look at the. I didn't even notice how like the body of the angels look. Like they have like the folds and everything. There's no shame in it. Prison school butt versus boobs argument. But yeah, let's see if we can see some detail and then we'll move on to the next one. Ignore
Do you
that
want to discuss
now.
why the baby looks? No, no. I think this one still looks like a baby, but I know there's like paintings of like
Mm.
um babies that look like an adult.
Yes. 100%.
If you
I love that topic. Let me see if I can get a good painting of let's see. Medieval baby Jesus. Cuz yeah, that's a good point. This one looks like a baby. But I'm going to show you guys what doesn't look like a baby. Here we go. Let's do some
I'm just
comparison.
throwing shit at the wall, but yeah, maybe this
Oh,
baby looks like a baby because it's focusing more on Mary, not on Jesus Christ.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is actually one of my favorite topics. There's even like a video called like, oh, here it's this one, like why do babies? We're not gonna watch it, but
Yeah, we're not.
why
It's more of like
babies?
the baby is like a homunculi
Yeah,
of
exactly.
the spirit, and Jesus is an adult. You know.
Mm-hmm. Look, so there's actually there's a whole bunch of articles that talk about it, but let's go ahead and zoom into this painting. So if you compare what we were just looking at to this one, um, for one, the anatomy is definitely not, you know, like it doesn't quite look as
Oh my
realistic.
God! Is the painter a time traveler? Look, he's holding a Crayola.
Oh my god, he is. He's holding a Crayola. He's a time traveler. And he looks like that. Well, you can also tell from the receding hairline too. But yeah, doesn't this baby Jesus look kind of weird? Like it doesn't look like quite like a baby. It just looks like a miniature person. And Milky's exactly right. It's because back then, it's not that they didn't know how to do proper anatomy and like how to draw proper people. They knew. Like if you were to go back
Yeah,
in time and you drew it like if you drew something like this,
realistic.
yeah, they'd be like, "No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I asked for." Because to
I
them, oh yeah, go ahead.
sorry.
It's
I
okay.
think it only applies to like religious iconography,
Yeah.
because these things are gonna be posted in churches and holy
Mm-hmm.
places, right?
Yep.
And basically, it's teaching you not to look at beauty, because looking at beauty is sort of like a sin, right?
Yeah.
So um they specifically make the people ugly. This is why when you look at medieval art, you're like, oh, why do they look so ugly? It's because they're trying to make you not focus on the beauty of the people. They're trying to make
Exactly.
you focus on the story of the art. And so if you see like
Exactly.
a butt ugly Mama Mary or whatever, or the saints, they look like really ugly, right? It's because
Yeah.
you're not supposed to look at them. You're supposed to look at what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's almost like it's not really a meme, but it's almost like exactly what you're saying. So you're not supposed to focus on the aesthetics. You're supposed to focus on like what's going on, the symbolism of it all. And this was fully intentional. The baby Jesus that kind of looks like a small person, it's intentional because you mentioned the word too. It's a homunculus. Because there was this belief that Jesus he didn't start out as like a little defenseless baby that couldn't do anything. The belief is that when he was born, he was already fully formed, he was already intelligent, he was already, God, basically. So this
Mhm.
is the way that they showed it in their iconography, or in like in modern terms in like a visual meme. So their meme is like, oh, we're gonna show him as a miniature man because he was like a miniature man. He was already born like God. He wasn't born as a baby that has to grow up and learn things. He already knows everything. He already is everything. So that's why they chose to show him like this. And they didn't really like, the focus wasn't on aesthetics and realism. It was to show that symbol. Look
And
at the feeties.
if you go further down the line, or like even older, this is just me. This is just me just thinking about the art.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, a lot of the symbolisms in the Catholic art comes from, like, Roman eras and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
the other gods. And what did the other gods do whenever Zeus and whatever other god gave birth? It's like a whole human being,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so you have to think about those things, that because religion isn't like it just didn't appear. It came from somewhere. Just how art is not all art is not original, as they say, right? It came from
Mm.
somewhere. Like the
Mhm.
influences came from somewhere. So you have to think of it that way. Like the influences of the Catholic imagery always comes from, the older Roman pagan religions.
Mhm.
Like even their holidays, even stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of and there's currently an ad break, but it's okay. It's only for a minute. So everyone will be back before we know it. But no, like exactly what you said too is there's a lot of influences from, actually, the whole thing with like what is it? Accurate angels. I'm going to look for a picture real quick. So, Bible accurate angels.
Bible too.
The Bible too. We're gonna jump scare the people when they get back from the ad break. There we go. All right, I believe we're back from the ad break. So hopefully this wasn't too much of a jump scare. But for those who missed it, Milky was talking about like the influences of other religions on Christianity, especially like in the beginning, right? Like how even a lot of holidays are based on like old Roman religion. So, like, a good example is Christmas. Christmas is supposed to be the birthday of Jesus, right? But the date, as well as a lot of like the rituals that we do, like the Christmas tree, the what is it, like the mistletoe, all of that comes from like other religions, including like there's one in Rome called like Saturnalia, right? And then another thing I was gonna bring up is when we were talking about angels. So if you if people have ever like heard of the whole thing with like, oh, Bible accurate angels, they are a mix of I'm trying to look for, I think it's a cherub. They're shown with like four heads. Here we go. Here's a good one. They're shown with like the head of like an eagle, a cow, a lion. It doesn't really look like a lion, but I promise that it's a lion and a person. Adorable angel jump scare. So remember these animals: a bull, a lion, a bird, and a human. And now there is something called a lamassu. This is from Mesopotamia. So this is kind of like a mixed creature. There we go. So look, it has the wings of a bird, the claws of a lion. This part's not really obvious, but it has the body of a bull and even the horns of a bull and the face of a man. So those four things, right? So there's the eagle, the bull, the lion, and the man. Those are the same animals that you see in this, and this is from Mesopotamia. So there's a lot of theories that, like, you know, the Hebrews, they were influenced by like similar creatures in like surrounding cultures, basically. So that's why the aliens look not the aliens. That's why the angels. That's why the angels are actually aliens. It was aliens all
Oh
along.
yeah, it's all coming together,
It's all
just
coming
like that
together.
Pepsi ad. Everything's connected.
Everything's connected. I mean, that's how you would know I'm a doppelganger if I was the one that was like, it's not ancient peoples at all. It's actually aliens. But yeah, so like there's a lot of influences from the Bible to nowadays. So but that's also why I like medieval art. It's kind of charming in that way.
Yeah.
It's ancient aliens all over again. Hello Patchwork. Hello, hello. So we just have one last slide, but we can also keep on talking about any other art that strikes your fancy, Milky.
Mm.
Why she look like a veggie tail though? Me? I'm not a veggie tail. Actually, beautiful timing because I'm dressed as this. I'm dressed as the
Yeah,
Santo
it's
Nino.
you.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the
Yeah.
Santo Nino de Cebu. Well, yeah, this is a famous iconography. I don't know quite what you would call it, but this is a famous symbol in the Philippines. It's baby Jesus, but he's all blinged out. He's a prince. He has like fancy jewelry. He has the curly hair. He has the crown. He has a little orb, right?
The
Um,
staff,
He has a
scepter.
staff. So what do we know about this one? Because I know a little bit of the history, but it's all I only know stuff from like history books. So what do you what are some things that you know about this one?
Oh, it's a very popular symbol. Basically, you pray to Jesus Christ, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people would all should we go back to the history of it? Basically, the
Yeah.
Spaniards came to the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
And they were having a hard time getting the people to believe in Catholicism, and they just left. Since it's a really long way around,
Mm-hmm.
so they have a bunch of like sculptures and stuff in the Philippines. And then
Mm-hmm.
the Filipinos assimilated the Santo Nino into one of their old pagan rituals, right?
Yeah.
Of
Mm-hmm.
of of serving a childlike deity,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's how when you look at Cebu, they still do those rituals, which is like dancing with the Santo
Yeah.
Nino,
Mm-hmm.
offering stuff and flowers, and like dancing throughout town as a sign of their belief,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's where it originated. And the Spaniards were like, okay, you know what? Let them do what they want.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, and then Filipinos, they would dress it up. I don't know, since a lot of like the writings have been lost because the Spaniards really did the number on the cultural history of the Philippines.
Oh
So
yeah.
it was a ritualistic cleansing. The only things that they could not remove is like this kind of rituals that the people preserved. So there's actually like a big black hole during the time. There aren't a lot of remaining artifacts that would you know teach us about what was happening back then. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can say that it could be related to some older form of older form of oh shit, I'm
Like
forgetting my
worship,
English.
yeah. No, you're good, you're good.
Of
Yeah.
worship, yes, of
Mm-hmm.
dressing it up. So, people would dress up the Santo Nino. Especially, it actually depends on, if you are a nurse, you dress him up as a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a farmer, you dress him up as a farmer. Jeepney riders.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. If you Google Santo Nino outfits, there's a lot, like super a lot
I gotta do it right
of
now.
different. Yeah, I think the farmer ones are really cute. They give him a little hat.
Oh my gosh, actually if you Google Santo Nino outfits, it's a bunch of babies dressed up as Santo Nino. It's actually really
Oh no!
cute. It's actually adorable, but I know what you're talking about too, because there's like if you look up the farmer one. Yeah, there's like ones where he's like dressed up as a farmer. I've seen like a whole collection of them as well. Let's see if we can find like a nurse one. We're both getting pet from Sime.
Oh,
Yeah. And then, oh, Patchwork, you're referring to the Virgin Mary. That's the one that looked like a veggie tail. Yeah. People said that evil Babinka Bear would be Pipinka Pear, who believes in ancient aliens and think AI is the future of art. Oh no. And going hard on Christ as
do
king.
people know the
Yeah.
Santo Nino rave? The Philippines, the
We're
Santo Nino
we're
rave.
definitely gonna show it. We're definitely gonna show it. Oh, I thought there'd be more images of like there's like stores where you could buy like Santo Nino in like outfits. Let me see. They did they like get rid of it or something? I could. Oh, here. There's a police officer one. There's a police officer Santo Nino. And then there's I think also one for the Aita, which is like the like indigenous before like the I guess not, but there's just different kinds. There's different kinds of like ones from in like different outfits. But yeah, it's really interesting, like the whole like lore of Santo Nino. I did oh wait, is my PNG is not moving. Give me a second.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I have to reset.
It's okay.
Yeah. But it's okay. Yeah, I will be revived. I will come back just like just like the Lord.
I'm using my demon magic.
No. Oh no, I'm an
I'm cur-
astronaut.
I'm cursing your chat to be horny for today because I'm a succubus. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Temptation. The
Temptation.
temptations. Yes.
As I change my outfit because I was an astronaut again for a hot second. Let's
Oh,
see
I'm
something
sorry,
in
Vite Hite. No, don't.
there.
Weatherman keeps throwing stuff at me.
No.
I'm a cute little
It's because I'm not
succubus.
here anymore. It's like free access.
I'm a cute little succubus. How dare you? I'm just here. I'm just tempting people. Don't stop. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Oh no, I'm big now. Let me make myself a little smaller. There we go.
They keep throwing stuff at us.
I
No.
know.
Stop.
No. Stop.
Stop.
You
Stop
can't. No, I'm
it.
the second coming of Jesus. You
Ew.
can't. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. On the third day, she finally got PNGTuber Plus to restart and ascended into bear heaven. Oh my god, they're making lore. They're making no. No. Okay, we're back. We're back. So, talking about the Santo Nino. So yeah, to go back to what you were saying, like before the Spaniards came to the Philippines, there was a whole bunch of like different deities and gods and goddesses, right? But one of the main things that they saw, or that people in a lot of cultures worship, was their ancestors. So they would have these statues, right? Of I think they go by different names. Like I see, like on Wikipedia, they call it like bulul, which I thought that was a mean thing to say, but there's also another word, anito, which is it's basically just like ancestor figures. So it'd be like a statue representing your like grandpa or your grandma, and all the other ancestors. And what they used to do is they actually used to bathe the statues in salt water. They would take them out into the ocean and they would bathe them. So apparently, at least from what I saw in my research, when the Spaniards came, they dropped off the Santo Nino. They participated in a couple of wars, but then after that they left. Either that or some of them got killed off, like Magellan, right? Like Magellan,
Yeah.
we killed him. Like, the Filipinos killed him, but everyone else left. So for about 60 years, the Filipinos, they didn't, or, you know, back then they weren't Filipino, they were just like Cebuano, they were like Manileño, blah, blah, blah. So the Cebuanos, they didn't have the Spaniards to tell them, like, this is how you should worship, but they still had the statue of the Santo Nino. So when the Spaniards came back 60 years later, they saw that the Cebuanos, they were still worshiping the Santo Nino, but they were worshiping the Santo Nino like how they worshiped the Anito. So they would take the statue and they would go out into the ocean and they would bathe the Santo Nino. And they even made up stories about like, oh yeah, if you don't bathe him, he gets really fussy. He walks away and he plays tricks on you. And that was kind of like, it was kind of weird to the Spaniards because they're like, that's Jesus. Like, Jesus doesn't play tricks on you. But it's almost like a proof that they kind of adopted Jesus and they were applying all these stories to him as if he was like, he didn't replace their gods, but it's almost like he became one of the gods. And it wasn't until the Spaniards were like, no, he's the only god, that they started to like, you know, worship him as like the only god. But it's almost like the Cebuanos, the Filipinos, they made him more like playful. They made him more like a child. And it's like,
Mm-hmm,
oh
mm-hmm.
yeah, like you have to give him a bath or he's gonna play tricks on you.
I guess that's in the vow where there's a lot of like sea and stuff. In my area, we bathe in blood.
Whoa, that's sick.
I mean, we usually do it for the Virgin Mary, the
Ooh,
Virgen. Yeah,
that's kind of sick. That's kind of awesome.
yeah. So there was even like a local legend about like we have a really really old Virgin Mary from the 1400s, and
Whoa.
there was a miracle because they were like bathing it in a they basically found a dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they killed him for the
No, I
blood,
know.
and then they threw the dog in the river, and then the dog became alive again, meaning that the Virgin
Oh.
Mary revived him, revived the doggy.
Ooh. Wait,
So
that's
yeah,
nice. I like that. Even though people are
I
throwing
don't know,
things at us.
in my area there's always like a lot of blood rituals because I'm a demon, so uh we you have to pour blood on like if you're making a house you have to offer
Oh,
blood to
yeah.
the foundation
Is doesn't it have,
so that
or like the Cebuano name is like Sandugo or Sandugo or something like that, right?
no, sanduguan is more of like a if you're partnering with people, so you mix your
Oh,
blood in like a little bowl thing. It's kind of
yeah,
like a ritual, yeah. But this
yeah.
one is like to appease the spirits because you're taking a part of their land,
Oh, so that's
right?
okay. So that's interesting because like it's I've only heard of, so for chat who don't know, one of the big stories about like when the Span why is my face still angry? Let me let me fix my face first of all. Oh no, I'm stuck this way. You guys made me mad permanently. There we go. Okay, I fixed my face. So, one of the popular stories is when the Spaniards first came to the Philippines, they made an agreement with the local Filipinos, or in this case the Cebuanos, and they did a ritual called San Dugoan, where dugo means blood. So they would each person that is doing the agreement, they would cut the palm of their hand, and then they would let the blood flow into, I don't know if it's like wine or if you know, Milky, is it like wine and then they both drink it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anything alcoholic, I think.
Yeah, which they had a lot of too.
Yes.
Because one of the like historical like the big historical things too is like, oh yeah, the Filipinos, they partied for like a week straight and like the Spaniards couldn't keep up. But that was like the ritual of like the Sandugoan, is like they literally made an agreement in blood. And I think what's interesting about what you said about your area, like not sacrificing but like giving blood to the gods, It's actually similar to like the Aztec and the Maya, but there's this kind of misconception that like, well, the Aztecs did sacrifice people for their gods, but a lot of the time, and especially for the Maya, they wouldn't sacrifice people. They would just give a little bit of their blood, or they would like pierce, like a part of their body. Here's where it might get a little risque. Priests would actually pierce their penis to and bloodlet it, and that would be their sacrifice to the gods. Not everyone, just the
yeah.
priests.
The ultimate sacrifice.
Exactly. So I think you see that more in like Aztec and Maya, but but that was like they weren't always like sacrificing people. They were oftentimes like they were giving their blood because they saw it as like giving it to the god in return for like the land and the life that the gods gave them. So yeah. So it's kind of
Here it's like more animal sacrifices. So
oh
bibingka, watch out.
no, they're gonna get me. I'm already getting
If you go to
hunted.
like the more of the Baguio area, the Cordillera
Oh
area,
yeah, the
right?
Cordillera, yeah.
In those areas, they would sacrifice like pigs and farm animals,
Mm-hmm.
chickens, when they're doing their rituals, right?
Yeah.
And then what else? What else? Oh shit! I have to tell you this.
Yeah.
In my area, there's actually like a local legend where a bunch of homeless people started disappearing because we were making a bridge,
Oh
and
jeez.
people were like, human blood for the bridge god.
For the bridge god.
Because human blood is a stronger offering than like animal blood,
That's
so
true.
it'll make your structures stronger.
Mm. That's an
Hmm.
interesting one because like I feel like there's also a lot of like folk religion about like, respecting the nature spirits, like the Nuno Sapunso and like um oh no, I'm confusing the bridge with the tree. What's the monster that lives in the tree again?
Tikbalang,
Yeah, no, no, no. It smokes. It's the one that
diwata,
smokes.
yeah, tikbalang,
I thought that was another name. It was like, capre, right?
kapre. Oh yeah, kapre. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was trying to remember too. I was like, what's? It's not capwa. That's different. But yeah, because there's like a big thing with like nature spirits. So I don't know why I was connecting that. And then Regulus said Mexican pozole has its origins in ritualistic cannibalism. Ah. I feel like there's a good amount of cultures that have something like that where like the cuisine, because we have dinuguan, which also has like
Oh
pork
yeah,
blood. Yeah,
it's tasty.
it is tasty. And like the last time I had real dinuguan, I was a kid, but there's a way to make it vegan, but you have to.
Really? What? How?
It's not dugo anymore. It's not blood anymore. But my dad made it. He made it with black beans. Yeah, but
Okay.
it has the same taste because he uses all the same ingredients. It's just that it doesn't have like the iron, the blood taste. It's very spicy though. I'll give it that. So
I
man,
like it.
I like it a lot.
Please
I like it a lot.
feed me blood.
Give me the blood. I know the edginess comes out. But yeah, I'm trying to remember what else with the Santa Nina. There was I found this. When I did my research back in the day, there was a figure. Her name was Humamay, Hara Humamay, and she was like at the time she was the queen of Cebu. And she was the one who got gifted the Santo Nino. So she was the one who, like, according to the story, she was like inspired to. I don't know if she burned or she just threw away all of her like ancestor figures, which I think is kind of a shame. Like you're just gonna throw away all the figures,
Yeah,
but.
yeah, it's kind of shame.
Mm-hmm. But in return, it's because she wanted to worship the Santo Nino instead, and I think she even gave herself a name, Juana, or she didn't give herself the name. This quote said that she was given the name Juana, and then, um, let's see. Oh wow, this blog has a lot of like pictures. But yeah, she's known as like the person who like supported having like the Santo Nino, and like people like attribute her to like oh, because of her, like that's why it got more popular. Yeah. That's all I remember from the Santo Nino. I don't know if I remember anything else. Oh, other than the... Do you have the link to the rave?
Oh shit! Wait, let me do the
Yeah.
rave.
Take your time.
While you're doing that, you can show them the jewel encrusted mummies, the saints.
Ooh, yes. Okay.
I think it was from France, right?
I believe so. Saints. Okay, guys. So, what Milky had just mentioned, if you're scared of like skeletons
Corpse.
or corpses, yeah, then I'd recommend that you click off, because like some of these images can be pretty creepy, but I think it's such a the thing with like Catholicism is that there's such an interesting mix of like, what's that word, like the macabre, right, the kind of creepy eerie stuff, but also like faith. So this one, I probably should have I gave a warning. So 3, 2, 1, a corpse. But there's worse ones. I think for me, the most unnerving kinds are the ones that either still have skin or they're mummified skin. But there is a little bit of that here.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, there's like levels on how you get like into sainthood. So basically, like certain parts of your body should not um
Oh.
deteriorate,
Mm.
like your tongue or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So they cover them up in jewels.
mm-hmm. It's well, this one isn't necessarily like Christian, but it reminds me of like, have you heard of like the Buddhist mummies? The ones
Mm-hmm.
where they like
They
um
drink salt water and
mm-hmm,
meditate until they die in
until
the
they
sitting
die.
position.
Mm-hmm. And they're usually already like in some kind of tomb, right? And they ring a bell so that like all they have is literally like a pipe to the outside so that they can breathe, and then they just drink salt water and they eat dirt, or they just eat like the bare minimum, and they keep ringing a bell so that the people that are listening outside, when the bell stops, that's when they know that that they've died. So when they stop hearing the bell, they take out the pipe for the air, and then they really secure the tomb so that no oxygen can get in. And what happens is that the body of the monk becomes mummified because there's no
Mm-hmm.
moisture. So they
Yeah.
basically become like I guess their version of like a saint, but it preserves their body.
Yeah. And I heard it was intense. Like you have to go on a diet. You slowly change your meals into like
Mm.
salty foods and stuff and drinking salt water,
Yeah.
to help with mummification.
Yeah, that makes sense, because in Egypt they would mummify bodies just with like the desert sand, but also they would use salt. It was called natron. Or it's kind of similar to salt, but so if they're
Mhm.
already ingesting the salt, for one, that's already going to kill them and dehydrate them, but it's actually going to preserve their body a little bit more. Hello, Matthew. Hello. We're looking at bejeweled corpses of saints.
Yeah. There was a fad during the, I think it was 1800s, where they were like selling bits of saints.
Yeah, mm-hmm. That wouldn't surprise me at all, given that like I think during that same time, or during like the Victorian era. Oh, this one's creepy because they have like eyes in them. They're also eating mummies. They're also eating like
Yeah, they had
Egyptian
mummy
mummies.
eating party
Mm-hmm.
and using mummies to make that brown color, mummy brown.
Yeah. Mummy brown. Man, and that's why we have less mummies, is because people ate them or used them as a paint.
Can you
Whoa, look at
imagine
this
eating a
one.
mummy? Ugh,
Ugh. There was a joke in Futurama
nice.
about that, where it's treated like beef jerky.
I like the whole Victorians according to Matt. The I like the whole aesthetic of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually one of the reasons why I like studying about Christian iconography. I am attracted to the gold and the glitz.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's like such a cool mix, because uh, it's like the memento mori, right? For anyone in chat that doesn't know what that is, it's just a reminder that you're gonna die one day. So it's to.
And
Mhm.
like if somebody dies like in your family, you take some hair, right? You keep it with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
remembrance of the person who died.
Yeah, a remembrance. So like that mixed with like yeah, like you said, the glitz and the glamour, and it's almost like it's a very specific aesthetic, and I kind of also like it for that reason.
We should do a third collab where we focus on the iconographies of death because there's a lot.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I'm interested. Well, I only started reading about it, but like the Dutch era, they're painting people, but they always have like an icon somewhere that signifies this person will die,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing is forever. This
Mm-hmm.
person is beautiful in this painting right now, but they will die. Like there's a painting
Yeah.
of this pretty girl, and you
Mm-hmm.
see in the painting there's like a fly or something, and it symbolizes like
Oh.
nothing is forever.
Yeah.
It symbolizes death and mortality.
That's a cool one, and we can also, well, I would be down for a third collab, but also we can cover that a little bit here as well, because that there's actually a painting I really like, but I kind of initially thought that it was too boring to go into, but it it's this one. It's by a guy named Masaccio, and it's the Holy Trinity, but I really liked it back when I was this is back when I was first studying art history, and it was just full of so much like iconography that I don't know, it kind of made me fall in love with art history, because it's this is the Holy Trinity. There's, God the Father, God
Father,
the Son.
Son.
I think, where is the Holy Spirit? Oh, here. It's kind of hard to see, but the little like white spot is the Holy Spirit.
Noise.
And then you have Mary. She has a halo, but what's interesting is that the halo is like, it's not just I don't know, circling her head. It's almost like she's balancing a little like hat on top of her head. I just don't know who the rest of these folks are actually, but it's the Holy Trinity. And then when you scroll all the way down, there's a skeleton, and
Yeah.
the skeleton is the memento mori. It's the whole remember that one day you're gonna die.
They were all over that. They were like, "Oh shit, you're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a remember.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And
Here's to remind you that we are mortal
mm-hmm.
and life is not forever."
Isn't there also that one painting of it's like there's a skull, but it's only if you look at it from a certain angle.
Oh yeah, that
Uh,
dude. That dude
painting.
made a lot of illusion,
Mm-hmm.
illusionary paintings. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here one. The ambassadors were like here. Oh, it's taking a while to load, but oh, this is also kind of scary.
Oh, I think we're talking about the same artist. It was this artist who whole bean.
Oh, whole bean, holy beans. It's like it's too much for my computer. Like it's like it's not loading. It's not loading. That's okay. We could just see from here, right? This like white shape over here, it turns into a skull if you view it at this angle. Actually don't know that much about his paintings. Let's look into Holbein. Hans Holbein. Does he have a lot of illusions in his? Huh. Dun, dun, dun.
Not like illusion, but like you know symbolisms like mirrors
Oh.
and stuff like that. He would like input little. If you know, you know.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, that's it.
Wait.
That's uh the girl with the fly on the head.
Is
Go
it?
up.
Oh, go up. Oh.
No, not that the one. The one with the crown. There, Anne of Cleves. Is that the one with the fly?
End of
Or is it
Cleves.
another painting?
Let me see. We could also, you know what? Let me look it up. So, Holbein.
There's I googled it and apparently there's a lot of paintings with flies on there because it's like the main symbol of it. Holy shit. Okay,
Oh,
ignore
here,
me. There's a
Hofer.
lot.
Hofer woman. Or Hofer women. This one, portrait of a woman of the Hofer family.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one.
there's a fly here. Oh, the artist is unknown.
There's a lot of paintings with flies actually, but
Oh.
yeah, there's like a bunch of studies on it. Like, is it really symbolizing death or is it symbolizing evil? Because Lord of the
Mmm.
Flies, the fly is like from the
Beelzebub,
Bible.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting. Cause then that would be like, cause if this is a portrait that's like a commission, and you see like a giant fly, wouldn't wouldn't the commissioner get mad? Wouldn't they be like, "What the heck? Why did you draw it like that?" What does this say? Forget me nots. The fly is the proof of the anonymous art's gifts, a guarantee of the realism and fidelity of the portrait. Oh, okay, okay. It's almost like, look how skillful I am. I can draw a fly. Hello, Mega Bronson. There was another one that this one isn't necessarily like religious, but I remember from what I learned it has a lot of religious iconography. Have you heard of La Primavera,
Botticelli.
the spring by
Yeah.
Botticelli? Yeah. It's a famous one, but I need a big version.
Yeah, I hate how now you can't find high-res photos
Mm-hmm.
of paintings. Before you could, but now there's like, it has like a watermark and everything. And I'm like, what if I just want it? I'm sorry, capitalism. They don't want us printing these
These
for free.
they want us to pay up. There's this one, and then there's another painting that I wanted to show you. It's the one with the egg. But I just remember that this one's not even like religious, or it's not supposed to be religious, but it has religious iconography because it's actually about what is this, like the three fates. There's Hermes. I think this is spring, and then there's a nymph being chased by like a wind, and then there's Cupid, and I think this is Aphrodite. But I remember like there's an arch that's being made over Aphrodite's head, and she's making like a pose with her hand that it kind of is supposed to be like Mother Mary.
Yes. Oh, the nymphs. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The dancing nymph.
With the booty. The
Yeah,
showing the booty.
apparently Botticelli focuses a lot on flowers. So if
Mm.
it's a deep dive. So you have to like if you look at the flowers that are being used, it has like symbolisms.
Mm-hmm.
Like why did he choose an orange to do this?
True, true. Like look at all these flowers on. And she even looks pregnant this one. I actually don't remember what she's supposed to be like. I think she's spring.
Look at the cherub. His arrow is like a snake.
Oh, true, true. Yeah, and you're right,
The
there is
bow.
like an orange grove.
Yeah. There's a lot of symbolisms here, but Botticelli is like a big study
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it goes back to like the medieval symbolisms of things. So it's gonna be like a very tedious uh thing to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
it's just gonna be like just him.
I do like kind of like those symbolisms. It's like you said, it's like if you know, you know. It's almost like the meme of their times. Like you can't really explain like the memes of like how are we gonna go back in time and explain Skibbity, or go forward in time
Yeah.
and explain
Or like
Skibbity.
you're the thing is you're looking at a very very good painting. Like you can still appreciate it without knowing the memes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like if you drew an enemy girl and you see like an Among Us highlight, right?
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But if even if you don't know, you can appreciate the pretty picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How about making a very classical type looking painting that's based off of loss, right? People would still be like, "Oh God, this painting is so good," and then you're like, "It's lost, it's
And then
lost, baby,"
suddenly
and then suddenly,
oh no, I can't find the painting anymore of her with the egg. Give me a second. VTubers, you mean the gods these humans worshipped? Exactly.
I'm not even a god. I'm just like a little tiny spirit right now.
Mm-hmm. Mary with the
They're gonna be
god.
like, "Oh God, the bigger gods are called four views."
They're called Orbeez. trying to find that one. It's not letting me find that one. It's like the Virgin Mary and she's in a temple. Virgin Mary. Temple. Egg. Because it's just showing me like Fabergé eggs and like Mary Magdalene. Skibidi became popular by a TikTok star and Machinima videos starting using it in Gary's mod vid. Okay, what the heck is TikTok or Machinima? Jesus. I can't find it anymore, but if there's any other artwork that you remember that has like very strong, you know, imagery, you tell me. Cuz I kind of forgot.
Oh my god.
There's this one, definitely the Botticelli one.
I'm going on blank. Holy shit.
I know.
I'm going through my Rolodex. My mind is a Rolodex.
Especially the egg
If
one. I
you don't,
really want to show the egg one.
I hope chat knows what a Rolodex is.
Oh
It's
my
just going to
gosh.
show my age.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm sure they do. We
Basically,
have some fellow oldies, right?
do you guys know what a Rolodex is? Tell me,
How did you
chat.
guys know, did you guys actually know your friends' phone numbers back in the day, or did you have a Rolodex? Well, actually, I don't think I even had one, but my parents did. What is that? Oh
What
no!
is that? Imagine your calling cards that's like into a book, but it's like circular. So you can like roll it, you can flip through it
No, Akashi, we're talking about before cell phones were really
before
widely
phones.
used. You used to have one of these. My dad had one that was like tan. It was like clear
Yeah,
and
that one.
tan. Yeah. Not really
That's how
like
my
this.
memory works.
Yeah.
It's like a Rolodex.
Like you basically like, and it was like alphabetized like this, so you would be like, okay, I want to call Milky, so you would go to M, right? Like, oh wait, like let me find the number for Akashi, and then you would go to A, right? So back in the day, before phones, I think I had an address book, like what Owen said. I had an address book, but it was like a kid address book. My grandparents just had a notebook. Is that heck an AI armed with a robot?
This is why
No.
I load when I'm trying to remember stuff because I'm
Oh,
going
this
through my
one.
Rolodex. I'm flipping through the cards one by one.
Oh my god, it's like this. It's like this.
Yeah, it's just like that, all groggy and full of mold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh no, this is gonna turn into a nostalgia stream. I have seen new phone numbers and I got my cell phone and they all just became quick dial. Oh, that's another
Try
one.
calling on a rotary phone. It's so
Oh my
apparently
gosh.
you can buy like attachments for your iPhone that could like assimilate a rotary phone. So it's like there's a full phone.
Mm-hmm.
You can attach it to your iPhone and then you can call via the rotary phone.
I like was on the tail end of this. I knew how to use a rotary phone, but my parents did not have that.
We had that. Well, the
Wow.
Philippines is like, America is the forefront, right, of technology in Japan. So
Mm-hmm.
when we got it, it was still the 90s. 90s, mid 90s, we still had rotary phones.
Mm.
Even actually like in the 2000s, a bunch of like people still had rotary phones because if it's not broken, why change it, right?
I think I also like I think that's where I learned how to use rotary phones is when I went to the Philippines as a kid cuz they didn't really have them anymore in or they did, but it just wasn't as common. Mega Bronson says I never use the phone and I'm still afraid of talking on the phone. Me too actually. I hate talking on the phone. I actually
Like
prefer
talking on the phone. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
evil. I'm one of those evil people who like call people hello.
No, it's okay.
I
I
can feel
like
your anxiety through the phone.
I prefer video like calls because then you could see the other. I think for me it's because I have hearing problems. so so if I don't see their lips move, I can't quite understand what they're saying. But that's why since we're PNG tubers or you're VTuber, I think it's helpful in that way. That's a mood going through your notes, illuminated manuscript. Oh my gosh, Matthew.
My dream when I was younger was to have a burger phone. Burger rotary phone. Holy shit.
I wanted the
It's shaped
lobster
like a
phone.
burger.
We're looking it up. I've never seen this in my life. That's incredible. Wait, this isn't a rotary phone though. Is there one that's more of a rotary phone?
No, I guess that's it.
Ah, okay,
I think you
okay.
can still buy this. You can attach it to your iPhone.
That's freaking incredible. This is
A burger.
a burger phone. I
I'm
like
on the cheeseburger phone right now. Stop bothering me.
Dolly had a lobster phone.
Oh, look at that fucking iPhone.
Look at the Oh Jesus. It's like not even a new one. It's like the iPhone 1. The burger phone is great. It is. It is.
Banana phone.
Oh, that's
Banana
definitely
phone.
a thing.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Banana phone. I vaguely remember this. See, it's nostalgia time now, which we could do. I would love to try and fit that in my pocket.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're talking to old Higgs.
Mm-hmm. Answer that phone with yellow. No, you have to
Hello.
you have to go super old school and go ahoy hoy.
What? Ahoy hoy.
Ahoy hoy. Which that was apparently the another candidate for hello when they first made the telephone. But then they defaulted to hello, and it turns out even back then people didn't really use hello. So that was still kind of foreign, like, oh, you want me to say a random word when I answer the phone? And my options are either ahoy hoy or hello, which I don't even use.
Hoy hoy.
Mm-hmm.
Ahoy minoy noy.
Ahoy minoy. By the way, this
Hite. Oh no,
mm-hmm.
the song's in my head now. What have you done?
Mm-hmm.
I'm inflicting curses to chat. Oh, I sent the rave. I sent the rave.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's the end of the presentation, so we can just yap about whatever we want at this point. But let's watch the rave. Let me turn off the. I don't think you guys have even been hearing the Spotify, but I've just had it in the background. You guys ready? This is how you worship baby Jesus. This is gonna be on the test. Oh my god.
There's no music. I
Wait,
Yeah, mosh
through
pit, everyone. Yee.
Dooby dooby dup dup.
Look, there's a glow in the dark one too.
There is a glow in the dark one. That's amazing.
Yeah, there's we used to I think we used to have one where you can fill it up with holy water. So it's a bottle and a Santo Nino.
You can fill it up with holy water?
Yeah.
That's kind of incredible. I always had like a little bottle of holy water next to my family's Santo Nino. Oh my god, they're raving in the chat. Let's open up the Eucharist. I thought ahoy hoy was made up by the Simpsons. And that's why
Dub 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 dub.
mm-hmm. Oh, Vite, you're right. Yeah, that's why Mr. Burns answers with ahoy hoy, because he's so old fashioned, or he's just so old. Same brain cell. I want people to see the it's called Sinulog, right? Because
Yeah.
there's that, but then there's like these fancy ones, right? Oh my gosh.
FYI, if you see like people covered in ash, it's not blackface.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
symbolism
That's
of rebirth.
mm-hmm. The ati-atihan? Is that what that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That I know that's been like controversial, right? But
Yeah. But the thing is, you really have to stop looking at other people's culture in a Western lens. So
mm-hmm.
the whole blackface thing is a very Western, it's a cultural thing in the West. But here it's more of like it's a symbolism of rebirth, ash.
Mm.
Right?
Wow, this Sinulog costume is like insane.
Yeah, it's a contest actually, like how the best costumes.
Ah.
So if you go through the years, it's really, really good. Like the outfits are amazing.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like a carnival kind of.
Yeah. Look, second runner up.
Oh, very cool. And they do like march, like they march right along the.
Yeah, they
Ooh,
dance through the city. Grand parade. Look at that hoop.
wow! Oh my gosh, it's so like ornate. All the dresses.
Yeah, they do like a dance like that.
I think this is based off too. Like, isn't this based off the ritual, the like bathing the Santo Nino
Yes,
in the ocean
yes, and
water?
the dancing.
Because like the even the word sinulog from what I heard is like it's based off the waves. Oh my god! Of course, there's a tita that's just walking right in front of the camera with a cell phone. Wow, so pretty.
Yeah, if you go through the years, oh my god, the costumes are so great.
I want to see. 2024. This just happened because it's is it usually in January that this happens?
I think
Wow.
so. We don't really do that in my area. We have the Viva la Virgen de Peña
Oh.
Francia. So it's like
Oh.
we focus on Mary.
I kind of
What
want to see that after.
we throw each other water. We wet each
Oh.
other. We throw, and then we also do the dancing like this, and then we go on a parade in the river. So
Oh
the
wait,
Virgin
this.
Mary goes on a boat.
Oh, this one I'm familiar with this dress. It's the
Barot saya.
balintawak, I think. I don't remember, but this one looks like folklorico, like Mexican folklorico dances. Like
Yeah,
with
because
the
we are we are cousins to the Mexican.
True, true. But there are some things that like are very Spanish European, and there are some things that are very like Mexico, like American. I'm like, wait, this. I think this is like more Mexican. Well, the thing is, like Mexico and the Philippines did trade back in the day, so that's why we have words like avocado
Yeah.
and guacamole.
If you go to the plains, the Philippines is made of islands and some have mountain areas, some have plains.
Mm.
The plain areas mainly, the Manila areas, right? They're more influenced by the Spanish.
Mm,
So
yeah,
you can see it in their outfits.
and the mountain folks are the Cordillera, the Ifugao, they're more like they still have their practices, but I think for the most part they're Christian, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guacamole. No, we have ensaladas.
Yeah, yeah. And we have our own version of tamales too. So this I think I've danced this dance before with the little like palm tree things. I've
Yeah.
danced this one. It's oh my god, I'm forgetting what it's called though, but we even had like our little palm tree things. But ours was like kind of pitiful. Like it was just like a styrofoam ball with like a little with some sticks. Wow. Wait, so what's the one that you said the Virgen
Uh, Peña Francia. Just
oh,
uh,
Peña Francia?
cha. C
Like
with a C.
with a C. Oh, Peña Francia Festival.
There
Ooh.
you go. Yeah, it's an intense, people here are more of a Mary stan instead of a Santo Niño stan, right?
Mmm.
So it's to the point where
Oh.
uh it's like that. It's literally like that. And usually women don't participate because they can get crushed.
Oh.
So the men, see, they have like bandanas, right?
Yeah.
They throw their handkerchiefs or bandanas to the saint, and like the priests are grabbing onto the ball
Oh my
and they
gosh.
rub it on the figure, and then they throw it back
Oh
because it's for
wow.
luck. See that one? The priest
Oh.
is like somebody threw.
Yeah.
There you go. They're catching it and rubbing it. Before it wasn't like that, and then it got mobbed. That's why they had to do the ball thing now.
I see. Oh, I see. So it used to just be like this, right? Where like you just have the virgin by itself.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it gets mobbed,
It gets mobbed.
and then they travel through the river. And before people could swim,
Mm-hmm.
but a bunch of people people would drown. So they were like, okay,
Oh.
no, you have to be on boats. It's to signify the traveling of like the Virgin Mary from the Spain to the Philippines.
Mm. I was gonna say,
And you know,
like, have you noticed this? Well, I've just been noticing this trend of like, there's so many Filipinos that don't know how to swim. Me being one of them, but I don't know. Is that true? Is that true? For
maybe in the center parts, but there's still a
ah,
lot of areas, in the sea.
mm,
I can't swim because my sea area here is so bad. Like, no, no, it's not bad. Like it's ugly or whatever.
ah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
actually very beautiful, but the fucking riptides are so
They're
strong.
so yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah,
Yeah, even if you're just splashing around, you can die. Like I think last year there was like a son and father combo who died. They were just splashing around in the shallow water, and then a riptide got them.
yeah. See, that's the thing too. On like, with how dangerous it is. It's riptides. Like, it's land that seems very calm, but I don't know if you can hear my cat, but he's
Oh yeah, like
complaining.
that. Bicolanos are very into the Virgin Mary.
Mm. Hello, Stripes 20com. Welcome. Does one ever forget to learn how to swim? I never learned. So and I don't know if I ever will. Riptides are super scary and sometimes you don't even exactly arsenic, exactly.
Yeah, we have riptides and we have sharks. So good luck learning how to
Mm-hmm.
swim.
And stingrays, right? Aren't there stingrays in like parts of the Philippines?
Some parts. In my area, thankfully not. But yeah, we have sharks.
Mm.
I know like a bunch of foreigners often go here to surf
Mm-hmm.
during the summer, but it kind of stopped after COVID.
Mm-hmm. Owen says, I hope you learn how to swim in case you ever fall off a boat. That's my secret, Owen. I'm never gonna go on a boat. I think
Did
maybe.
you ever go through the
Uh huh.
an older relative throws you into the water and then forces you how to swim?
No,
That
I'm pretty.
happened to me and I almost drowned,
Oh,
and then
jeez.
I was afraid. But my cousins all learned how to swim that
I'm
way.
pretty sure my dad wanted to do that, but like I guess couldn't because I'm pretty sure he wanted to. Like not necessarily to drown me, but I think he did want me to learn, but because I don't think even my mom knows and I don't think any of my siblings know. But for one, I don't ever intend to go on a boat, but I guess if I was in a plane and it were to crash, then I would probably need to know how to swim. But I just don't swim in oceans, only small bodies of water. Even then,
The
I'm not.
oceans scare me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm also not a beach
Jollibee!
person. Was that
You know it. This
Jollibee?
is from the Philippines because there's Jollibee in there.
There is.
Go back. And there we go, Jollibee!
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited to visit. I won't say exactly when because I don't want
This is
the.
one of the biggest things in Bicol. Like people
Mm.
travel
Oh,
just
okay.
to go, just to be able to touch the Virgin Mary.
Mm.
Like those are priests there.
It's like a big orb too. It's like a
Yeah.
it's like
People can
orby.
climb up, but also like it symbolizes,
Yeah.
the globe.
It's almost like the well also what I'm holding too. I'm holding a little orby, but it's supposed to be like symbolic of the world, isn't it?
If I get thrown into water, I'm like, okay, I'm that time to die.
To die.
Um, because I know I will not survive.
Mm-hmm. It does remind me of a there there's like a festival for Ganesha in India. Festival where they also transport his statue to the river. But the I think the statue's made out of clay, so it's supposed to dissolve. But I also saw a
Oh.
video saying that this music's funky. I like it. It's supposed to dissolve, but I heard that like sometimes it doesn't dissolve quick enough and it makes like a lot of pollution sometimes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But very similar, like you get people that are kind of like crowding to see the statue. And then I think I don't know if they're going to show it, but by the end there we go. They just throw it in the river.
Oh shit, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think they're all
Is
made
it
out of clay or something to dissolve it.
is it different from the one where they throw colorful powder at each other?
Yeah, yeah, that's oh, what's that one called? See, I'm
I'm not
blanking.
familiar with the
With the
Indian
Hindu
iconographies. Yeah, Hindu,
holy
sorry, Hindu.
holy festival. I think in terms of like stories and religious stories, I think Hindu stories are really interesting because there's like an interesting mix of like oh, thank you, A Poland. Hello. There's like an interesting mix of like different ideas with like Hindu stories. I think my favorite is there's a couple, Shiva and Parvati, who like they love each other so much that like I don't know. There's like a couple stories where like in the background, I'm pretty sure they're just having sex, but like. Oh, was there just an ad break right now? I didn't even realize it. Or wait, I just got like a notification, but I guess I missed it.
Yeah, we just do the water thing, not the.
Ah, the color. Oh, got it for you. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. Yeah, and we can probably let the ad go for next time. But yeah, I don't know much about festivals because like I guess we do have festivals here in Bear America, but not to the point of like, you know, Holy Week. Cuz Holy Week, like, you guys have the whole week off, don't you?
Yeah, Holy Week. We have like a
Mm.
week off, almost 2 weeks off for Christmas.
Ah, that sounds so
Yeah.
good.
Sometimes it could go up to the Three Kings. Do you know what the Three Kings celebration is? I
No, I
believe it's on
don't
January
actually.
6th.
I know of the three kings. I know the story that the three kings like they visit baby Jesus and they give him the three gifts and
It's
yeah.
yeah, it's like that. It's like a mini Christmas. So what happens is instead of Santa, a priest sometimes comes by and gives gifts to the kids,
Mm.
or like the parents would give gifts. They put it in the shoes.
Oh,
Eh,
okay,
You
okay.
put out your shoes, and the gifts appear in the shoes. So
Oh,
it's like
okay.
another Christmas after Christmas.
That's kind of nice, especially because I love Christmas. Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do a quick outfit change now that we're talking about it, and since
Yeah,
we've concluded,
Christmas officially ends in January. Yeah,
yeah, let me get my winter outfit because it's a Burr month. It's a
Bear
Burr
month.
month. Yeah, which means we're celebrating Christmas early. There we go. Got my winter outfit. I got my parol out. Christmas officially ends January 6th. Is that the Russian cuz I want the most bang for my buck when I celebrate Christmas because it's my favorite holiday and you know, you get the Filipino buff, so they start celebrating September 6th. But my partner Beans, he's Russian, so their Christmas is like January 6th or something like that. So I get the Russian buff too, where like my Christmas is just like super long. Oh, Irish Catholic. Nice, nice. Boxing Day.
Yeah. Our Christmas starts on the bear months,
Yeah.
September. People are already like doing a lot of Christmassy stuff right now.
I know. I'm kind of jealous. I love Christmas. I love the Christmas season. But I know people are gonna. I know. I like Halloween too, but it's not celebrated in the Philippines, right? Like it's more of a All Saints Day, right? You changed your outfit.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Gonna back to the cow. There you go.
There we go. We're back in our Owen's one of the folks. Christmas is December to December 31st. I'm sorry, Owen. I'm a Christmas
The
stan.
the whole Christmas thing in the Philippines being long is actually for the farmers. Um,
Mmm.
since they have to travel sometimes to go to the church. So we have like the
Mmm.
12 nights of like night
Mm-hmm.
what's this? Night masses.
Oh, there's a terminology for that, right? Like the
Simbang gabi. There we go.
yeah,
Simbang
yeah,
gabi.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So usually just people go there for dates. Meet, meeting your lover in the early morning, going to church.
There you go, Simbang Gabi, which is yeah, night mass. Which I remember asking my parents about it before, and they're like, "We don't do that. Like we go to bed." It's me. It's me. It's bibingka rice cakes.
Yeah, you can eat bibingka afterwards.
Yeah, you can wait. No, don't do
Commonly
it.
associated with Simbang Gabi and you don't do it. Oh no,
No,
the lore.
don't. You
My
eat.
immersion.
I know my immersion. No, I've eaten it before. I've eaten bibingka before. I just didn't realize that it's a Christmas thing. I just kind of ate it whenever it was like on the table, right?
Yeah. To
Like
anyone who hasn't had a bibingka, you should try it. It's a very, very soft cheesecake-like
yeah.
cake. Yeah, I prefer it better than cheesecake. It's so good, especially if there's like a salted egg on top. Oh,
Yeah, I've had that too. So like, and I feel like if people haven't had like it's a type of rice cake. Um, I feel like people who haven't had rice cake they might think that there's like a rice texture. This one I think is made with rice flour, so there's not a rice texture. But if you eat like biko or something like that, it's gonna have like the rice texture. Hello, Cooley. Oh
oh
no,
yeah, biko.
I think it's biko, right?
There's
Like,
there's like a lot of like treats that don't go to the US, like the puto pagpag. So I
mm.
know people think of pagpag as like, the trash
Yeah.
thing. But the word pagpag is actually to shake, right? That's why they call the
Oh.
trash food pagpag because you have to shake it clean, right?
Mm.
But the puto pagpag is basically it's like a puto. It's a rice cake cooked in a coconut shell.
Oh,
And
I
to
think
take it out of the shell, you have to like shake it out. So that's why it's called pagpag. Puto pagpag.
I think you're right. I don't know if I've ever had this before. I've definitely had puto before, but I've never had puto pagpag. I've had like this is just regular puto, right? And then
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know we have to say this all the time, but for the Spanish speakers, we're talking about a food. We're not swearing. We're not swearing. We're talking about a yummy food like the oh this one's so good the puto
Yeah, the cheese
the
puto. I
cheese
like
puto
the
yeah
one with the meat inside.
cover Regulus's ears. We're just swearing so much.
I
The
like
the
one where there's like meat inside and like
mm.
a red egg. I don't know. I like
Ooh,
salt. If you guys haven't tried salted eggs, you should try it. It's so
you guys
good.
should. Oh no, there's an ad break. What did
Oh yeah.
but
Well,
Stripes
at
is
the ad
asking.
break, I will pee.
Oh yeah,
Give
go for
me.
it, go for it.
Also, my cat wants to leave my room, so I'll
Oh
be
yeah,
back.
go for it, go for it. I'll entertain the crowd. Just kidding. I'm also gonna go to the bathroom. So let's go to recess. BRB. Who's throwing things at me while I'm going to the bathroom? Hmm. What are you guys doing while both me and our substitute teacher Milky is? Or actually, no, she'd be my co-teacher, right? While both of us are going to the bathroom, you guys are. I can't believe it. Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? We're gonna answer Stripes' question when Milky gets back. Go Biscuits. Wow, a ban evader. How did they do that? I see a warning sign was added. Was it a warning? I don't remember what. I think this just says. I actually forgot what it means. Oh no, my pet. Wait, I'm gonna go back.
My cat wants the lemonade.
Aww. Did they know how sour it is though?
No.
Aura, I got you
But they're
stick.
just like, oh, she has something. I must ask.
Well, let's answer. Stripes was asking a question. What should I buy when I go to a Filipino grocery store for the first time?
Ooh.
It's a good question.
Depends on what you want. Do you want a snack? Do you want...
Yeah, if you want sweets, I would recommend any kind of rice cake. But if you want to like make a full meal, I feel like for me the go-to is adobo. That one's like pretty easy to make, right?
Yeah. Or sisig. Mm.
If you have any dietary restrictions, now would be the time to say it, but because I can't have chicken adobo or beef adobo anymore, but I can have I've had tofu adobo before. It's pretty easy, I would say. It's just like vinegar, soy sauce, bay leaf, peppercorn. You like you cook that until it reduces, and then you put your meat, your protein.
Bibingka, you should try tofu sisig. It's so good.
Oh,
I
that
actually
sounds
prefer it
good.
sometimes. I prefer it to pork adobo because I don't know, I like the tofu.
That sounds so good.
So if you are on a diet, but I don't know, with the mayonnaise and the fat, I don't
I
think it's a diet anymore.
know. It's so good though.
But yeah,
Let's.
look for Max's version. Max
Mm.
of tofu sisig. It's so good.
Max's tofu sisig.
Somebody made a dupe of it and it's so good.
Ooh, sizzling tofu by Max. This looks so good. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm actually gonna show this to Beans real quick. It's a sizzling tofu. Filipino. It looks nice, yeah.
It's so delicious, yeah.
And then Stripe says, let's see. Snack, nothing more than ingredients I could use in 1 or 2 meal. For snack, what Mega Bronson said, shrimp chips, right?
Shrimp chips. Yeah. Or if you have dietary restrictions like bibingka, do you know Jim's? You know the Jim's pork rinds, but they aren't like pork made out of pork.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had that
I
before.
like the spicy. I like the spicy one.
I like that too. I have that in my local what is it? Island Pacific. I don't remember if it's an Island Pacific or if it's something like that, but
My favorite one is the chicken skin. That's not really chicken skin.
Yeah.
It's like vegetarian chicken skin. It's so good.
There's one too. I think that's like salmon skin.
Oh,
Don't have any dietary restrictions. Oh, then you're gonna have a good time. There's so many good like Filipino food, especially if you don't have dietary restrictions. A snack though? What can I think of for a snack?
How about chippy?
I love chippy. I like the cheese curls too. So how about this?
Yeah, cheese
Filipino
curls.
snacks.
Chippy, get the red one. The white one is for less salt.
Oh, is this just a website where you could just buy the snacks?
Oh, Hanny. That's where I got my nickname when I was a kid because I used to eat Hanny all the time. So my mom would call me Hanny.
I love Hanny. These kind of like melt in your mouth, right? Like
yeah, and it has like peanuts in it, so you know it's not like pure chocolate. It's kind of like a peanut buttery-ish taste.
Chippy chap. Do they have any pre-cooked food? I would say compelled. Wait, I would say get some barbecue sticks and egg rolls. Bardwolf wants to ask a question. So Jollibee, not a fast food eater, but I feel like I need to ask. Jollibee is the answer. The question is yes. Bardwolf, yeah, feel free to ask us any questions. There's not a lot I can have at Jollibee anymore, but I still have the peach mango pie.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. That the peach mango pie is goated. Actually, I saw an advertisement a couple days ago. They're releasing a new version of peach mango pie where
Ooh.
it has more clumps.
Yeah.
So it's not just like liquid.
Someone threw a
Ay.
pear at me. Wait, that
Oh,
sounds.
you should try Filipino barbecue. We cook it in like
Yes.
ketchup, in banana ketchup, and some other spices, so it's a bit sweeter than your regular barbecue.
Mm-hmm. I grew up on like Filipino barbecue, so tasting anything other than that is like, where's the flavor? It's the same with Filipino spaghetti. Like, I think we had this conversation before, but like, I always want to show people what Filipino spaghetti looks like because I feel like the Italians are gonna have a heart attack, but
Oh,
it's so
if you are going to
good.
a Filipino store, get the UFC banana ketchup.
Mm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and try dipping your pork chops or your chicken in it or your hot dog even.
Oh, that
It's
sounds
so
so
good.
good.
I recommended it to an American friend, and after that, she was like, "I need this," and she bought like a a lot. She finished like a bottle in like a couple of weeks, and she was like, "I need more," and now it's like a regular thing in her pantry.
Right? Because it's so good. Mega Bronson says this is a Jew friend household.
Ah, I like the UFC one. I'm sorry.
Dang. For any non-Filipinos in chat, if you've never had Filipino spaghetti, it has meat, hot dogs sometimes, cheese, and banana ketchup, which makes it sweet. So I grew up, a lot of us grew up with like Filipino spaghetti. So having like, non-Filipino spaghetti without the sweetness is like this tastes weird.
Yeah. Like I remember when I first tried Italian pasta as a child, I'm like, ugh, what the
Where's
fuck?
the flavor?
It's like, is this allowed?
Is
Is
this
this
allowed?
allowed?
Is that allowed? What did wait, so Bartle, what was your question? Was it just Jollibee? Like whether to have it? Because I would say yes. Like I actually grew up thinking Filipino spaghetti was weird. Really? I just didn't have non Filipino spaghetti. Wait,
Yeah.
Jollibee.
Even when we cook it home style, it's always sweet.
Milky, is it true that you guys have a different Jollibee menu over there, right? Like you guys have
Yeah,
like
we have rice.
ah, well, I think American Jollibees also have rice, but there's no like tuna. There's not a lot of
Tuna
pescatarian
pie.
option.
Oh
Mmm.
yeah, we have tuna pie, not
What?
just peach mango pie.
Oh man, I
My
didn't know
my mom
that.
loves the tuna pie.
I think most of these you also have on the American menu because like we have the chicken joy, we have the spaghetti. I don't know if we have the burger steak, but we
I don't know
definitely
if
don't
you
have a
have the
tuna.
palabok one. You don't have the palabok.
I don't know
It's
actually.
like a shrimp pasta. Right? It's orange because of the ashuete,
Oh yeah, yeah,
but it's a
yeah.
seafood pasta.
Oh, Bartolf is just asking, does it live up to the hype? I would say yeah, especially the spicy chicken. Like,
Yeah, get the spicy chicken is always sold out in my town, and I'm so
mm-hmm.
pissed off. I'm like, I need my spicy chicken. Ah,
With the little flag in it. I love
with
it.
the
And
little flag.
and the gravy. The
You
gravy.
eat the flag for the experience.
The flag for the nice sharp experience. Mega Bronson says, taste everything and see what you like. For Americans, the fried chicken and gravy and peach mango pie are the hitters. Yeah, fries and gravy. I love the peach mango pie. That one is like, it's just so like perfectly
That
crispy.
yeah, that's also like in the top three in the Philippines. The peach mango pie and the chicken, right?
Mm-hmm.
So good. I don't know if you guys have the beef patty over rice. It's so good.
I don't know if we do, because it's been a while since I've been there. I don't know if like anyone who's been there like lately would know, because the last time I went, we had burgers, we had chicken. Because I would always
Oh, there you
order
go.
the
Burger steak.
yeah, I would always
Burger
order
steak.
the well. It wasn't burger on rice. It was just like a hamburger. I think it was like it had like a pineapple on it. I think.
Ah. Oh yeah, the aloha.
Yeah, I think I had the. I used to eat that all the time when I was going to an internship. I had the spaghetti at
Man,
Jollibee.
when I
Couldn't.
see the
Mhm.
menu, the Jollibee menu in the States, I'm like, what are these prices?
Oh my
Holy
god!
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
hamburger. You should try the hamburger steak. if you're in Jollibee. The gravy is good. The
Ooh.
thing is, when you're eating the chicken, always eat it with the gravy. It adds the gravy is the goat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you see White Heights comment? The
Oh yeah, Mama Mia.
Mamma mia.
Don't cancel me, Mama Mia.
I don't need fast food. Also, keep in mind the America gets a worse quality. Yeah, it's true. I remember when I had fast food in Japan, I was like, "Dang, can't believe we live like we live with such unfresh like ingredients." What if 116 Italian in my
Maybe
blood is the reason? Oh, maybe Mega Bronson.
maybe that's why like the Jollibee is um being is good in America, but because they still follow like the Filipino. Oh
Yeah,
my god. Sorry.
maybe. Huh?
The Sorry, I sneezed.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
the They're still following like, the Philip. I think it's because America is actually more strict regarding international brands, like non-local brands,
Maybe
right?
I'm not sure because it feels like at least when we went to Japan, the ingredients were fresher, but they might have
Mm.
more regulations in America. It's just that they're also cutting costs, so it's like a weird balance of like maybe it's safer, but it's also like just cheaper tasting as well as like being cheaper.
From what I know Japan has like one of the strictest food regulations ever. So
Oh,
that's why it took a long time for Jollibee to have a store open in Japan,
that would make
because we
sense.
had to, yeah, Jollibee had to follow a lot of rules and regulations regarding food.
Oh, Weatherman said that he had the chicken sandwich and it was trash quality and expensive. Oh no. You have to have the fried
I don't
chicken.
Actually, Weatherman, I don't like their chicken sandwich either.
Yeah, I don't usually get the chicken
Yeah.
or back when I ate meat, I
And
didn't really get the chicken sandwich.
yeah, the fried chicken is where it's at.
Mhm.
They're not very good with making sandwiches.
Yeah. For the sandwiches you would go to, I'm trying to think of like a place that the meat eaters would love.
KFC?
Maybe
KFC
KFC.
sandwich?
I've had really good vegan like fried chicken sandwiches before, but they're very niche, you know. It's also not healthy. Because
Have you
technically,
tried those
mhm.
chicken in the woods? Have you tried chicken in the woods?
No, what's chicken in the woods? Like a
It's a
literal?
mushroom that it's called chicken in the woods because it's a mushroom that
Oh,
looks like chicken breast, and when you cook it, it
oh,
tastes and looks like chicken.
I'm curious. But I feel like if I just Google chicken in the woods, it's just gonna show me an actual picture of a chicken in the
No, no,
woods.
it's gonna show the mushroom.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yo, this looks good. What the heck? What the heck?
You see, when you fry it, it looks like chicken.
It
That's why
does.
it's called chicken in the woods.
There's also what we usually do is something. It's not Satan. It's Satan. This is
Oh,
our
seitan chicken.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's
Weatherman says he's eaten it once and it was really good.
oh nice. Jollibees is like an hour and a half. I didn't know what. Oh, I see. I see. I think another one is you can tofu with chicken texture. You can make tofu have kind of that texture, but you still have to flavor it. So I've had
The
that one
thing with
before.
Filipino cuisine is like, do you know mang inasal? You can
Mm-hmm.
probably put the inasal into tofu. Tofu inasal.
Mm. Let's Google it. In the south. Oh yeah, yeah, it's true. There's a whole YouTube channel and like a site with just like vegan tofu. Vegan Filipino food. It's still possible
Yeah,
to
it's
get
very
spicy.
rare because
Mm.
Filipinos are meat eaters,
Yeah,
and
it
even
is.
even our veggie dishes have some sort of meat in it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a hard time if you're a pure vegan in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be stuck into just eating okra.
Yeah, yeah, and the thing is I'm not vegan, but my dad is, but I don't know if he's gonna like, temporarily revert when we go to our trip. But
Yes,
I
it's
I'm
gonna be very hard for him. At
yeah.
least you're pescatarian, right? There's
Yes.
a lot of seafood in the
Oh yeah.
Philippines.
I'm so excited for
Yeah.
the seafood because, well, the one time I had Bicol Express and I really liked it. I actually didn't grow up eating it, so I had it fairly recently at a party. That one, oh no, that one has meat in it, but I think the one that I had was like seafood, right?
Yeah, there's a different. You can just exchange the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Like for sinigang, there's like beef sinigang, there's fish sinigang, shrimp sinigang,
Mm.
apart from the usual pork sinigang.
Uh-oh, I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm getting kind of hungry, and I also think it might be maybe in like about 5 minutes or so. Do you wanna call it?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something to munch on, but it's been cool. Like I know we started with religious talk, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
we we went in multiple different directions since then.
Maybe I should go live. I'm supposed to be taking breaks to get ready for the anniversary.
Oh
But
yeah.
I'm addicted to streaming. I'm like, oh shit.
No, we still have we back to food. Let's spend the last 5 minutes. What plans do you have for your anniversary? Because it's coming up on what, Sunday, a couple days from now.
On the 23rd, so it's a Monday.
Ooh.
Six, I will start at 8 a.m. PST. We're gonna do a Zatsudan, and at 10 a.m. I'm gonna do a karaoke. We're gonna sing the classics.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
haven't sang the classics yet, the Milky
The
classics.
Milky Class, like
Orcock,
Orcock. Yeah.
first penis I saw,
There
fucked by a country boy.
uh-huh. The classics. It's the Milker anthems.
The Milker anthems, yes. And then I will sleep, right? And then at 6 p.m. we will do a call in. So you can call me, say something, and like, you can cuss me out. You can say whatever. It's okay. What have you learned from me in 1 year? When you're being with me. Really appreciate everyone who stayed with me since the beginning.
Of course. You're an if you guys, I feel like 90% of the audience, a lot of our audience is shared, right? But a lot of the people in the chat definitely know you, right? And I think they can back me up when we say that you're a very talented streamer. You're very
Oh, thank
creative.
you.
You know what? I should save this
Thank
for the
you.
Totsu. I shouldn't just like say it right now. I need to save it for the
Okay,
Totsu.
reverse. Okay, I deleted it from my
I
Rolodex.
deleted from your Rolodex. From your
Throw that
Rolodex
part
memory.
away.
Yeah, there we go. No one say anything until it's time to to appreciate her. We're
Yeah.
gonna art
Anyone,
appreciate Milky. There we go.
yeah, anyone can call. Like if you are in my Discord, I guess it's limited because I don't allow minors in there. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can call me. You can message. Actually, you can message me in chat while I'm doing the Totso. We'll figure something out. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You can call me. It's not limited to people I've interacted with. Like anyone can call if you want. Can tell me to shut the fuck up. Can tell me to stop drawing orc.
Who's gonna say that? I challenge them to say that. Can we send videos instead?
Yeah,
Ah.
sure. You can send me in my Discord, or you can say hi to me. I mostly accept Discord friend requests.
Mm.
But yeah, yeah. I just hope you're not a minor. I try to limit my interactions with the minor.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Matthew said.
I've just been so happy with the community. I won't be staying for like a year if I didn't like it.
Yeah,
The
no,
Red Gunite community is so good.
exactly true. That's what I was telling the Babin Cubs to during my year anniversary as well. It's like this wouldn't have been possible if I had zero viewers the entire time. Like they made the experience really fun. So the same with
Yeah.
the milkers and being a milker in your chat. Always
Oh,
always amazing to watch you.
thank you. I need to be I wake up at 3 a.m. thinking I need to be more funny. I need to be funny. I need to
Nah, you're you're
What
already
if I
super
ask Brandon
entertaining.
to call me? Oh no, no, that's not gonna happen.
He He might send another video. He might send another video.
Send
You never
Random
know.
send me foot pics, foot videos.
Stop trying to summon him, Matthew. He's trying to summon him.
No, he's probably isn't it his birthday? Or no, it's
No,
a
it's oh well, I think he's recovering from his collab with oh yeah, you should watch it. They were just playing or Casper was playing Sonic. Randon was watching. It was a very chill collab. I think you should watch
man.
it.
I wanna watch it. The 1 p.m. is like 4 a.m. my time. I'm dead
Yeah.
asleep.
That's work hours for me. I was there, but it was in the middle of work. If I had gone to the office today, that wouldn't have happened. So
If I had watched them, I won't be awake for this collab.
No, it's true. It's true. And you need to get some rest too. You need to get some rest.
Yeah,
Oh,
I need to get some rest.
you know what? I have an
I need.
idea of how we should end the stream. Let's do you guys want to watch the doobie doobie dap dap the something in your rave again?
Yeah, that's the rave.
Okay, but before we end off, is there anything else that you want to share, Milky, before we end it off for today?
Thank you so much for having me, and please go to my Aniv. I'd
Yeah.
appreciate it, Bibingka and the Bibingka Cubs. Thank you so much for having me and for listening to me ramble about art.
Of course. I'm gonna
I always love the collabs with you, Bibingka. I love talking about art, and I think we go on the same wavelength regarding our passion for history.
Yeah, exactly. And like I really like the Milk at Night collab with you too, because it was a way
Oh,
to just let loose, right?
yeah, shit. I should do that again. Oh my god, I haven't been collabing with people. I am afraid.
I know it's. I actually haven't been collabing with a lot of people either lately, but because you had asked me and because it's so close to your anniversary, I'm like, how can I say no? How can I say no?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
yeah,
do the rave. I don't want to keep you up.
yeah. No worries, no worries. Do you want me to stay on call or do you want to end the call and we'll just rave on chat and I'll chat? Yeah,
Sure, I'll end the call. I'll end the call. Thank you so much, everyone,
yeah,
and thank you for your for
yeah,
watching us.
yeah.
Bye bye. Love you
Bye.
guys.
Thank
Mwah,
you. Mwah,
mwah.
mwah,
Thank
mwah.
you. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yeah. She still has her devil horns here. She still has her devil horns. All right, guys, you guys ready to rave? For any newbies, I'll put it on myself for now, but it's okay, Milky. It's okay. You guys ready to rave? Let's rave right now. It's gonna be a short one, but it's okay because I want you guys to also join me in appreciating Milky, everything she does. All right, when you guys hear it, there you go. For any newbies, just pick an emote and spam it. I think we have enough time for one like mosh pit. There you go. You know what? I'm gonna restart this until we get like a, a rave, and so I can decide who to raid into. Dooby dooby dap dap. Dooby dooby dap dap. What the heck? Who? Anonymous gifter gave Randon a sub? Hello? What timing? Guys, we almost have a result for the mosh pit. Randon never heard of him. No. It's HDTQW5. They won the mosh pit. Should you stream? Yeah, do you want me to raid into you? That way your audience can return back to you. Yeah. All right, I'll keep the audience warm for you. Let me put my desk back. All right, but because I need you guys to help me rearrange the desks again. What am I missing here? There we go. We got Mr. Pancakes. Give me my desk. No, what do you mean no? Let me make myself big again. Big. We're gonna raid into Milky when she goes live. Thanks for the stream. Thank you guys. So first of all, thank you to Milky for collabing with me. And then I don't stream. Oh no, we were hey, why are you throwing things at me? If you ever get into streaming HD, we will support you. But yeah, we're gonna raid into Milky when she goes live. Someone, can you guys tell me when she goes live? Or you know what? I also have I have ping. I have the ping for her Discord. She's live? Okay, where? Saan? Just got the notice? She's up? Okay, give me a second. For any fellow streamers, do you guys have to use the not have to, but I suggest that you guys use the stream manager instead of just typing their names. It's a little bit more I don't know, useful in that way. Okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and raid into Milky. So you get an unbroken stream, you get an unbroken you know, milk marathon on your fingies. MixItUp has oh, I didn't know that. Cool. Alright guys, let's go ahead and raid into Milky. You get more Milky content. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We're gonna do some Posca marker art. Unless Randon goes lives. but yeah. So thank you everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you Milky for collabing with us. We'll see her right now. So have a good morning, afternoon, and evening everybody. And as always, I'll see you when I see you. Reading a non-bear. I just collabed with her. I don't recognize this. No, we're going to Milky. We're going to Milky. Goodbye. I love you guys. Goodbye.